Alright. I want to make
Hello.
one thing clear. Who told you?
Who told me what?
Who told you? Don't you get picky with me,
Hello.
Missy? No one knew this confidential information. Where have both of you been told? Who gave up the ghost? Who spilled the beans? Who fucked the rabbit drop-ins? Who told you?
Well, I got it from the front page of the AW launcher.
The AW launcher can fuck off as far as I'm concerned.
Well, me too, but... Which reminds me, I need to shut it down now that I've got the game launched.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, good. Waiting for the snowstorm.
Yeah.
It's Snowmageddon, I tell ya. Snowmageddon. Everybody's going to the grocery store and buying milk and bread. Milk and bread.
What are you buying?
Nothing. I don't drink milk very often, and I can't eat bread because it blows
especially
up
when
in
I
my
had
stomach.
short hair and I was kind of like, oh, I'm getting bored of it. I just want to try new things.
So I wind up eating fajitas because they don't expand like bread does.
Bread, 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 bread. Also, even though it's winter, it's actually hot in here, so the window was fully open.
That kind of reminds me of the office
Makes
I worked in the army.
100% sense.
We were right on the central line between the two heating zones in the building. The guy at the other end of the office was sitting there in his sweatshirt in December.
Men and women of
Fully
Claiborne
open,
Industries,
sweat pouring off
colleagues,
from him.
friends.
I was
As
on
you
the
all
other side
know,
of
the last 2 years were the
steel
most
jacket,
crucial in the
a
history.
hat.
Sorry, the
And
game's
gloves.
introduction momentarily blew my ears off.
Oh. I said, had a guy at one end of the room in his t-shirt sweating, and I was at the other end of the same office wearing a hat, gloves, and a jacket because I was freezing to death. And the guy in the middle had a window, and a little drift of snow kept building up on the inside of his windowsill. Good times.
Good times.
And the guy in the middle had a window and a little...
4 likes, 1 dislike already? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the dislike guy keeps showing up.
It's nice to know there's always people who love me.
That's it.
I mean, if you keep showing up to my streams all the time and disliking them, that indicates a certain level of want.
Obsession.
Just a bit.
Alright, well I definitely don't want to take this thing out.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm actually on Twitch,
I've got this
Twitter at the moment.
skateboard of doom selected right now.
The skateboard of doom. What is that?
It was the Jamala.
Yeah, I don't particularly think you want to take that into, you know,
No, I don't want to take
Glops.
that.
Well, not Glops. What are we doing again?
I don't even care what it is. I'm not taking it to Glops.
Oh. Let me just tag 100 people.
I have to launch a boost. Thank you for the premium time last week, by the way.
You're not welcome.
Okay.
I've actually decided to just start saying the complete opposite of what people usually expect you to say.
Hardly unique.
I mean, you know, when people are like, "Oh, thank you," you're not welcome. Just, you know, it keeps them on their toes.
Either that, or you're just gonna run into the usual surly bunch that I normally hang out with and say "fuck you all" and wander off happily.
Fuck you, I'm going home.
That's it. cheesy poofs.
Hey Spitfire, how are you doing? Looking to Winsdown, have a visit from the building inspector tomorrow. I hope it goes well,
Okay,
Aaron.
guys.
What?
BRB. BRB.
Have fun masturbating. We'll give everybody a couple of minutes to get here.
Yeah.
Also, I probably want to change this to PvE. Just saying, I'm not particularly in the mood to start feeling my body slowly come apart because of stress. Just saying.
Yeah.
Lola. Also, my pug's on the bed. She spent the entire day on my bed.
Building inspector is always so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Remember a couple of years ago when I managed to beat the clock and had a 60-year-old oil tank replaced. Building inspector had to come and make sure that it hadn't leaked before they continued along. And since the lifespan of a fuel oil tank is 35 years, figure 30 years.
Right. Do you want to go into a game then, while we wait for Pharaoh?
Sure.
While we wait for pugs, hang on. Let me do this on full. See, there's a sleepy puggy wuggy. Lilies. Here's a. There's some cheese. Go see Grandma tomorrow. See Grandma. Look at the little ears go. Do you want a treat? Do you want your chew? Get your chew. I swear the funniest thing with dogs and like any animals that like react to what you say, they're just like, what?
Huh? Food? Food? You're talking about
Food!
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 Funny how they recognize their names and food.
Mm-hmm.
Any word regarding food they recognize.
Do you TT? Do you brekkie tomorrow? See, she looked up at that one. I have a very inconvenient last lesson today, pet-wise, because it sits right between when they're hungry and when they get fed, which is like 2:30 to 4:30. So by the time I got out, which is about 2:20, I give myself about 10 minutes to get to class. They were both sitting there in the kitchen, just like circling like a pair of hungry little land sharks. And then when I got back, they were practically climbing the walls.
Oh yeah. Well, Sophie, the short-haired dachshund, dachshund has sort of toilet trained herself in that she will go to the bathroom to take a dump instead of on the piddle pad in the.
Isn't that considerate?
It is. But anyway, she was coming out of the bathroom, and I was the other day, and I was getting the food ready.
What the hell is that doing there?
Saw me.
Oh.
And
Ooh. Today is going well.
and instead of
I seem to be
enabling-
bouncing. Oh no, I'm not bouncing things anymore. Oh god, no. Oh no. Oh, there's a landing bow here.
Instead of just ambling out of the bathroom, she took off at warp 9.
Can we kill this like Armada, please? Could you let the dog out? I'm streaming. Thank you. Oh look, a missile dropped. Oh yay, 250 damage. Isn't that nice?
Papa, there she is. Hello. Goodbye.
Bye. Close the door, please. Thank you. Wait, if I pay rent and my mum doesn't that mean I'm allowed to say you can't do that in my house? Just saying. You know what, having Alicia with a lot of ranks means I have like 17 heat shells. This is actually quite funny. I also think that my
That was what I was saying. That's really one of her prime advantages over Magic Missile.
I mean, she basically exists as a PvE commander. There's no real reason to take her into PvP, to be honest. I mean, the extra ammo was nice, but She doesn't bring anything to the table other than a random missile which just about anybody can avoid, even if they're dead and crawling around with a potato attached to their face.
Yeah, there are some vehicles though where that extra ammo is real handy.
Do any enemies spawn down here? I don't think they
sorry.
do. Oh, that was quick.
We should be out of this in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's a real good estimate of our lifespan at this point, Janet.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what's going. Okay, Abrams, that's wonderful. Oh, by the way, they have a T-15 as well, so this is going to go really, really badly. I'm just going to avoid the T-15 for now. It seems like a good thing to do. Oop. Oh shit, there he is. Ah! I'm so thankful you can bait T-15s into like firing all of their missiles at once. It's the reason why I actually prefer going against T-15s than like Ramkas and Terminators, because both of those have like a 4-second delay between firing, whereas T-15s just like splooge everything in one hit. So
Yeah.
if you can get into cover, you're fine. If you can't, you're fucked. But oh great, there's another one.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm famous. No, don't touch me. Oh, good. Okay, it didn't touch me. Oh, look, my missile hit something. Yay. The T-15 had his APS popped, or I'm not sure how useful that's actually going to be, to be honest. Bye, type. Have fun. Boop. Wonder what using this with Cortez would be. Oh wait, I think I did use it with Cortez. Later in the stream, I will do the Stingray 2 review, and I will also review a game I had with Decal and Capian, in which, altogether as a platoon, we did 25k damage. We still lost though, because you know. Ow. Janet, this leopard is molesting me.
I thought we killed a leopard. Oh, it's a different leopard.
And apparently it's reloading faster than I am, which is not okay. Okay, you know what, I think I should actually maybe pop the rebuild kit, because I don't want to die and come back with like half health. That's like half of Jesus coming back. I mean he can still heal people, but he's gonna have to do it at half the rate.
Waist up or waist down?
Depends really.
Isn't that like a paraplegic Jesus?
Disabled Jesus, he's gonna run you over with his flying fucking wheelchair.
Gets a handicapped placard to park.
That's quite funny actually.
I'll be right back. I have to dodge some lightning.
Isn't there usually like some enemies that spawn around here? I mean, they'll see the BMD2 first, so you know we have our canary in the mines.
Yeah.
That's always the light ones going first.
Yep.
Thank you, canaries. I should probably load the heat rounds. I don't know whether to call these heat or hate rounds. It's an interesting quandary. I mean, on one hand it's funnier, but on the other hand, it doesn't really come off the tongue as well. Although then again, let me fire some hate at you is just as effective. That feel when you get a green marker and don't pen anyway. Ree! This isn't working. Where's that challenger?
Hello.
I bet you I'm gonna run straight into face first with him. No! Hi, random person. How are you?
I'm alright. How about you? Oh wait, I sound different, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I'm sick.
Okay, well stop being sick. You can't be a productive worker if you're sick.
Especially since I called off of work.
Bye, Challenger. Have fun. Oh, great. There's a Terminator shooting at me again. Like, go away, please. I don't like you. Oh, great. And there's a Thunderbolt as well. Today's getting even better. Like, could these people, like, kindly fuck off? Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, there's another T-15. Because, you know, things could get worse.
Shh, they will.
On the bright side, there was like a salvage one, so it only does like half the damage. Still hurt though. It'll only cripple you instead of just straight out killing you. Which I'm not sure if it's better or not. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Oh god, no, there it is. Oh, there's a Bradley. Nope, nope. Back off. Plan B. Serpentine. Serpentine. Whoop. Hi, Bradley. You know, I want there to be like a special PvE match called the Brapocalypse, where it's like nothing but Bradleys. Wouldn't that be fun?
It would be nice if you could somehow coordinate that. Oh crap! Out of ammo. Wonder it wasn't reloading.
Oh, there's also an RCR that's just lurking around. It doesn't make me... Ow. Ow. Okay, they're still bouncing on me. This is not... Okay, you know what? Maybe I should probably go away from the 2A5 before he hits me again. Just saying. There's also a stupid up. Like, what do they do? Okay, why is the BMD there but the T90 is over there? This doesn't make any... Oh, great. The fucking RCR is going to kill me. It's shooting me! It's shooting me! It's gonna kill me at some point. I think it's over there. I don't know where it is. There he is. Oh my god, I hit him. Come here. Come here, you stupid Frenchy McFrench face. I want to shoot. Ow, it killed me. As you can see, the AI doesn't say hi to your insults, it just kills you. Hi Lenzabi, how are you? Will you be joining us today? You better do. How can I get my diversity quota if I can't play with old people and cripples?
Duly noted.
You see, I'm the white
Or
middle
dully
class
noted,
person.
apparently.
Pharaoh is the person from another country. Janet's been here since the 16th century, and Lenzabi is a cripple. It's perfect. I'll be featured on all of the mainstream programs.
That's it.
Why didn't I think of this earlier, Janet? This is my way to success.
That's it.
Anyway, Pharaoh, are you going to be able to join us? There's nothing pressing, no girlfriends to kiss, no fires to put out, no buildings to jump into, no babies to rescue, no wars to fight. You just want to play some tank games with us?
We never get our girlfriend.
He's so modest, isn't he?
He's
so modest.
When we go into marriage.
It's adorable.
No kisses, no kisses, no kisses.
Wait, you don't. You don't kiss your girlfriend?
No, I can't do this.
You can't kiss your girlfriend? Do you possess lips? Do you like have a face to kiss?
Okay, I understand what you say, but I can't do this. I can. This is a big problem here.
Anyway, Lens, you better get your crippled ass on here.
In our
Okay.
culture, we can do this.
So Pharaoh, please be on push to talk.
Okay.
Voice activation is like kind of like picking up my voice as well, and I don't like the sound of my own voice. Just put it on push to talk, okay? Anyway, so
That's okay, I don't like my voice either.
voices
Even when it's
suck.
slightly barely whited by illness.
The question is, what am I going to play? Oh, I know exactly what I want to play. This thing. I seriously have to wonder how many shots I'm going to get out of this. Wait, is Spitfire's icon there Yuri Gagarin? No, it's Yuri Andropov. You know, the first Soviet premier in space.
You know, it opens up an entire possibility for a group of memes. You know, the Andrei Yuripov, the Leonid Brezhnev, and the short-lived, extremely premium Konstantin Chernenko. Available for a limited time only, folks.
For $25.99,000.
I was thinking more along the line of loot boxes, where you have to assemble 100.
Loot box! Get your loot box! Buy your loot boxes!
You've seen the Marvel Avengers Advanced Jigsaw Puzzle?
Is it like a bit of dust?
It's a bag of dust, yeah.
Well, at least the Avengers cleaning package will be comprised of basically a broom and a what is that? A broom and a shovel, and a mini shovel thing. What do you call those? Troughs?
Oh, the dustpans?
Yeah, there we go, dustpan. Yeah. Why isn't it called a mini shovel?
Because a mini shovel is the thing that they sell you at the grocery store to put in your trunk, and then you try to dig out your car with it, and it breaks immediately.
Mm-hmm. And like, you know, something useful like a jack? What's it called?
Yeah, the jack. Yeah.
Wait, really? I thought there was something else to it.
No.
That's a surprisingly uncomplicated name. What world do we live in?
Well, it's because it jacks things up.
Be a bit funny if it jacks things off. That would make me amused.
Well, that's an entirely useless nephew, I guess.
Yeah. Oh great, there's a challenger. Go away! Nobody likes you. I certainly don't. You're shooting me. Get away. Go. Flee. Flee this place. I think I'm getting molested by a challenger. I'm not really enjoying this. He's touching me!
Looks like one.
Oh shit, we're about to get capped out. I'm gonna smoke up and run away, excuse me. The finest tradition of the British Army. Run away and wait for the Americans to finish the job. I mean, that's been our foreign policy goals for like the past 100 years, and so far it's worked, so. Boy, did you ever hear the story of the depressed cat, Janet?
The depressed cat?
A depressed cat goes into a bar it frequently haunts. Looks at the bartender. The bartender says the usual. The cat nods and gives him $5. He gives the cat a small bit of rum. The cat looks at the little glass of rum and slowly pushes it off the table. The bartender asks another, and the cat nods. It's that little play on that cats just push things off the table. So when they're depressed, maybe that's why. Boop.
Well, you heard about the baby seal that goes into the bar, right?
I thought it gets clubbed by the Canadians.
Well, the bartender says, "Would you like a drink?" And the seal says, "Yeah, whiskey. Any particular brand? Anything but Canadian Club."
Bye, Bradley. Bye bye. I shall escape to the one place not surrounded by capitalism space. I fucking love Tom Curry in Red Alert 3. Like, the acting was just so over the top. It was great.
Oh yeah.
There's actually a mod that adds in the uprising units and some ones that are available in the campaign and ones that weren't added. Like Tesla tanks, chrono tanks, and fucking flying fortresses that can transform into battleships. Oh, those were the times where you could just utterly break the campaign. Truly beautiful. Oh shit, they're shooting me again. Could you people stop shooting me? Ow. I know that didn't hit me, but it hurt me nonetheless. It's like he said a nasty word. Like he called my tank fat. I'm fat but not armoured. Janet, do you think the people who designed this thing ever really looked at it from a marketing standpoint and said, "Huh, the turret kind of looks like a penis"? I have to admit, it doesn't sound like the greatest thing to give this to the Middle East. A place where dicks are quite prevalent. Hi Anders, I did 12 damage, that annoys me. Everything's actually going surprisingly well. I mean, I haven't been killed yet.
Yeah.
That's good.
Plus.
I played Red Alert 2. This was on my laptop, and then when I got a computer, it just didn't want to play the game. Go figure.
Yeah.
I bought the complete Command and Conquer edition, and
Yeah,
maybe I'll
me
have to
too.
play those games again someday. On Origin.
Identify target.
Look, there's that Thunderbolt. Boop. 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 I think it worked. Oh wow, it did. I think. What's the pen on these things anyway? 725? Really? That's like tier 9 levels. Oh, there's a Bradley. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. No 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 no.
Okay.
No.
Somebody...
We don't do that kind of shit here, Mr. Bradley. Hey, it's it died. Congratulations to me. There's also a bimp. We killed bimp now, da.
I wonder if I can get 6 more targets.
So have you heard the latest news about Brexit? Labour's plan is dead in the water. May's plan is dead in the water. There's less than a month left. Everything is on fire. Please help.
Sounds like a stunning plan.
It sounds like an excellent TV series. Although I feel like the UK, despite its really good run and the country with the highest score in history, is probably gonna, you know, not have a very good final season. Oh no, there's a too much drama going around. Reloading, 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 reloading. Well, to be honest, I do think the ability to load 8 shells in 20 seconds is actually quite impressive. We're also having some discussion on the AW Discord about your crew skills diminish as the longer a battle goes on for like PvP and stuff.
Ah.
You know, so like once you get to like the 10-minute mark, your vehicles are like 50% capacity. Well, at a 50% skill basically. Would be fun. I think. Probably isn't. It's probably like a terrible, awful idea from me, but at the very least we can at least try, you know.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna ram this Tommy. Where is he? Where this fat at? Come here, Tommy, 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 Tommy. Don't mind, like he's gonna be right around the corner. Oh yes, he is. Oh god. Excuse me. Let me just. And I'm gonna get killed by the Tommy. Rip. The question is, oh, I might as well. Oh no.
A new music streaming
That is not what I intended. I'd actually be really annoyed if that Terminator was the last one.
Official audio and video, playlists, artist radio, live performances, covers, remixes, and the rest of the story.
Are you people gonna kill it? Oh. See? Last one! I knew it. I 120% knew it. Oh.
Damn it. Being sick is making it impossible to love on my cat. Anytime I cough or sneeze, it scares her and she runs away.
I mean, cats are like that, to be honest. Just saying. Boy, did your cat knock anything over?
Only when she's like climbing on stuff.
So she's never been on like a shelf or anything and just gone and just knocked it over with that sadistic.
Has she done the cat meme?
Yeah.
Not that I've.
Okay, I need to repaint this thing.
She gets way too many belly rubs to be depressed.
I see. What if I had a green Terminator? What would that do?
Give you an extra review.
Oh, hey Jeff, will you be joining us today?
If possible.
Are you ready to join a diversity team? We have an old person.
What type of diversity?
Well, we have an oldie, a cripple soon. We have someone from another country, and we have me. See? We are going to tick all of the boxes, so get your butt over here and have fun.
Game is launching.
Hey Janet.
Yep.
I've never been to America, but I've been in some states, let me tell you.
What?
Hey, what state is Chicago in?
Chaos.
Violence. Hey Janet, what are the two political parties of the US?
Oh, Democrats and Republicans.
Big tobacco and gun manufacturing. How was the US founded? In dubious circumstances.
That's it.
I can't contest a word of that.
What's the one thing that unites all Americans? A visceral dislike of PETA.
I have to admit, the internet just completely ragging on Peter for the Steve Irwin thing was glorious. No matter what race, gender, or political party we're from, absolutely everybody loves Blue Peter, Steve Irwin. I was gonna say, Blue Peter was a child's show in the 80s and 70s that eventually spawned a lot of pedophiles. Hi Elisa, how are you? Elisa, I don't know. In this episode of Creator Coffee, some YouTuber we've never heard of meets with YouTube staff. YouTube has staff? I don't know.
Somebody's getting money off of the creators.
Yeah. Do you remember the YouTube Rewind thing? And the absolute ripping it got from PewDiePie and like content creators that actually mattered?
The internet?
The absolute internet just ragging on YouTube, it was great.
They turned off comments, they deleted the dislikes. But the dislikes kept coming.
Yeah. this is a pretty fun tank.
And it's playable on PvE.
Yeah. I mean, all of the reward vehicles are playable in PvP. And PvE,
Well,
except for the
then
Alte,
again,
which is a
they're
little bit
going to
weird.
buff the D15.
They're gonna buff all the missile vehicles because, to be honest, they're in a sorry state. I'd rather they just nerf soft kill APS and composite armor than, you know, mess with the damage. Because it's not the damage that matters, it's the fact that you can't actually hit people. As you can see here with my absolutely incredible aiming. Oh, by the way, there's Nanda shooting at me. Today is going not as planned, not as planned, not as planned. Oh, finally I killed somebody.
Does it ever go as planned?
No, not really.
Never. It's one of Murphy's rules.
Oh hey, it's the last member of our diversity group. Hi Lens!
Hey.
Lens is our resident cripple, so with this we should hopefully get on all of the mainstream media outlets.
Well, no, we don't have a black person.
Oh no. We have Pharaoh. Pharaoh's
It's
from the
only
Middle
thing we're
East.
missing.
That counts. I just killed him.
I am not a black. I am not a black. I am a white one.
I'm sorry, but we can't afford to have you here any longer.
Ay, ay, ay.
You're standing in the way of destiny, Pharaoh. Destiny. That feel when you get called an SJW by everybody, but you shitpost better than the edgy ones. Just saying.
Well, original SJW was like what Martin Luther King was doing in about.
Can I like crew kill that thing through the? Oh my god, I think I can.
What they're calling SJW today is, well,
Oh, great.
it's not true.
There is multiple T-15s. I repeat, there is multiple Imperial Star Destroyers here.
Uh-oh. Death Stars.
Did I ask if you'd be joining us today, by the way?
Generators and dropped proton torpedo.
You see, only if Imperial Star Destroyers had ballistic weapons, then, you know, things may not have gone as badly.
Or point defense.
No, they had point defense, it was just in fucking slow-moving plasma turrets. Because, you know, that's because, you know, plasma guns are really good.
As point defense.
No, they're not.
The Venator had more point defense
Every
than
single
Imperial
gun in a Star Wars is actually plasma. They don't have any actual laser weapons. It's kind of annoying.
All the turbo laser is a high velocity blaster, which is practically a freaking plasma weapon. Every one of those guns in Star Wars, the reason why you can see the bolts flying and traveling. Yeah, though.
I thought it was mainly because of old bad CGI.
Well, I mean, they did kind of use
Oh, in the 70s they used just acid etch on the film.
Oh my god, there's a Merc. Let me smash. Let me smash.
No, they figured it. No, somebody actually did the mathematics. The reason the Jedi aerial bat blaster bolts out is because the blaster bolts aren't doing any higher than 80 miles an hour.
That's beautiful.
Hey, Conradson.
Hi, Conradson. How are you?
But yeah, what you know, and they're firing the bolts at each other in like broadside close range battle. It's like, wow, we're in space, but we're fighting like sail and wood.
Your turret.
It's like the universe was made to look cool
damn
and
it.
not practical.
Whoever could have given you that idea, Jeff?
Yet, oddly enough, I mean, they do the same thing in Star Trek, but they've also done the thing in Star Trek where you can't even see the target because they're firing phasers at like 30,000 kilometers.
I have to admit, Star Trek actually wins against Star Wars.
That's just boring.
Well, because yeah, you want to see the enemy ship being fired upon.
I want to see big iron.
Every weapon in Star Wars is plasma based, and all of Star Trek's shields are plasma based. So they do nothing.
Actually, there are concussion.
Okay.
It's
a
rare, though.
deflector shield is designed to stop kinetic stuff. Then they've got anti-beam shielding, so
And they're also magnetic based as well. so they just completely cancel out plasma projectiles. To be honest, the best way, 40k would actually lose against Star Trek as well, except for the fact that the 40k has so many bombers and ballistic weapons going around that it'll simply just block out. It'll basically just completely overwhelm the shields.
Somebody actually did.
The problem with 40k is just there's too much to kill.
Yeah. Somebody did a thing about it, and it turns out that, well, the concept here is that a phaser fires nadions, which breaks up the molecular bonds at that level, at that low subatomic level. So therefore, effectively, the phaser is a disintegrator.
This is just a fuck ton of nerd speak.
Yay.
George Lucas was just sitting there. I want broadside, so I get broadside.
George Lucas was a shitty director.
What he was wanting to do with Star Wars is basically do reproduction of scenes from movies he liked, mostly World War II.
Basically what Lenz was saying is that phasers are just half-assed teleporters.
To be honest, I've actually
they don't know how to put you back together again with a phaser.
I have completely solved how Imperial Star Destroyers can take out X-Wings on their own.
How?
When we're finished with this game, I will tell you how. But it involves a lot of ballistic weapons. Basically, the only useful weapons of an Imperial Star Destroyer is its heavy turbo laser batteries. Basically, it's anti-capital ship weaponry. Verbatim, there is no capital ship of the same size that can beat that can beat an Imperial Star Destroyer in the same fight. Its anti-capital ship weaponry alone is too much to bear. Not to mention the fact that all of its point defense turbo laser batteries are basically scattered all around the ships. And as seen in Rogue One, for whatever reason, the missile launchers are placed on the center line of the ship, rather than at the sides. So the first thing to do is to take out most of the turbo laser batteries and instead place them in groups around the ship's superstructure. Then you mount vertical launch systems on the side of the Imperial Star Destroyer, both above and below it, and this basically creates a clamp on anything that goes through. Not to mention the fact that with this, they no longer have a blind spot. This covers both short and medium range, and it prevents rebel starfighters from being able to do the usual target lock. The next thing to do is to install either railguns or flak batteries, long range, such as the ones in Battlestar Galactica. This means that rebel ships no longer have the invincible zone where they can just form up and just slowly go towards them at will. As this has resulted in the loss of multiple capital ships, including Super Star Destroyers. And then the final thing to do is, considering the sheer size of an Imperial Star Destroyer and the fact that, actually, let's see, Imperial Star Destroyer, I want to see how many people it carries. Imperial Star Destroyer.
A lot.
It was like a stupid amount compared to a Venator.
Several thousand people.
More than several thousand people.
Tens of thousands.
Yep.
Well, World War II battleship carried a crew of about 4,000, didn't it?
No.
About 2,500 people.
Actually, it's more like 1,000. So it carries 9,000 officers, 27,000 enlisted men, and 9,700 stormtroopers. Basically, there's a lot of room on that thing. And then you basically mount series batteries on the ship. And this is basically a final defense. They can't shoot down plasma projectiles, but they will be able to serve as deterrents to the trench run. And not to mention mounting the majority of the missiles and the series batteries on the side, on the sides of the ships, means that in the event of an ammunition explosion, they can be safely directed away from the ship's internals.
Aaron had a argument with somebody during a Star Wars RPG about there being flamethrowers in Star Wars. Yeah, they call those flame troopers.
I sent you an invite, Lens. So basically,
their whole job is to burn things down.
This
bugs and geonosis.
This will drastically reduce the length of time an Imperial Star Destroyer can undertake patrols, but then again, does it really fucking matter since there's so many of them lying around? And lastly, I see there no reason to add plasma weapons or turbo lasers on TIE fighters, since that only makes sense for long-range patrols. Instead, you should simply add ballistic weapons such as railguns, which will give them a better time versus X-wings.
Oh no, the TIE fighter is actually using actual lasers.
But what's the point? It just diverts power from the ship's reactor, and to be honest, they're not designed to be endurance. So you might as well pack something that will suit with their fragile nature.
You have to understand, the TIE fighter was a cheaply made, mass production model fighter plane, so to speak, that was...
Which they couldn't even make enough of.
No, but the point is, the pilot life support was the spacesuit he wore, or her. And the whole purpose of the TIE fighter was to move and power the laser cannons, and that's it. That was his whole purpose in life.
Yep.
But ballistic weapons are cheaper than energy-based weapons.
Not in the Star Wars universe. Not in the Star Wars universe. In fact,
the Star Wars universe doesn't make any fucking sense.
Of course it doesn't make sense.
Point.
So basically, this Imperial Star Destroyer can disrupt rebel fighters at long range using railguns and flat batteries. At medium range, it has basically missile hell and TIE fighters with ballistic weapons running around. And then at close to medium ranges, the series batteries open up, and whatever remains of the turbo laser batteries.
Their whole base of everything. A stormtrooper, an Imperial stormtrooper. Their armor is supposedly designed to deal with being shot by blasters and such. Not that ever seems to do much good.
Oh, BRB, I need to turn my fan on because it's actually kind of hot in here.
But
done.
If you had somebody come in, a squad of troopers, good old-fashioned regular Earth troopers with our standard bullet tossers, they would punch holes right through the stormtrooper armor because the stormtrooper armor is supposed to.
Clone armor was far better than stormtrooper armor. They were designed to resist actual like
10 times more expensive.
Rifle style stuff.
Well, because bullets are something they don't build for. They build the the trooper's armor, the black suit underneath and the white carapace.
It's all
that's supposed to be a blade of armor.
It's supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be energy dissipating armor. It's supposed to dissipate heat and the attack. But a sufficient blaster with enough power punches right through it anyway. But bullets, they wouldn't have a chance. They would just get machine gunned to death.
7.62 API would just...
What do I think of the fan film Star Trek, Xana? I don't know.
Hey, have fun, because look at my tank.
What the hell is that?
Oh, jeez.
Your tank makes me want to invade your country and completely fuck your shit up.
I'm going to shoot you if you retreat.
My feelings on Star Trek is that it's basically an SJW universe where the main characters can do no wrong and always get out of situations and they're never forced to make a choice. If you want an actual sci-fi universe where you have to, where the characters make choices that aren't always good, Mass Effect.
Well,
Commander Shepard is forced to make choices on an emotional level that no character in Star Trek has ever been able to do.
Well, it depends on the series of Star Trek and the episodes, because there was one where Sisko pretty much is feeling guilty about actions that he's taken during the Dominion War, and he's like, can I live with this?
And he goes, yeah, I guess so.
Well, it's because it's protecting the Federation, which he loves so much. Like, yeah, I know it's wrong.
Yeah,
I know I've done
I've blown up the ships with the refugees on, but what's for the Federation?
Okay, I think I can track it. Yeah, it's tracked. Bye bye, bot. See?
Kill the bot.
It's so funny when you get to track them like this, but I've just never really got into Star Trek.
I'm trying to get the rack on that Charlie chip.
The noble, bright nature of Star Trek just really annoyed me.
It got darker in certain parts of the series.
Certain parts.
And yes, by the way, the original concept. But you have to understand, the original concept was that the future, if humanity followed a certain path, would be a much brighter, better one than what was during the 60s. which we had, you know, the Vietnam War and all the other.
Finish with my woman, cause she couldn't. Sorry, I just heard somebody
That's a
name.
little later.
Yeah, but you said Vietnam, or at least alluded to it, and then I just had to open up.
No, you want Vietnam era? You gotta go.
Fortunate son. Fortunate
And
son. I'm getting completely fucked over by the AI now. Yeah.
Fortunate
And now
son.
the US is Ferenginar.
Oh yeah.
Fortunate son all the way.
Got fucking ripped apart by this
Get the
Bradley. Jesus
napalm.
Christ.
This napalm sticks to kids. A great cadence call.
My problem
now-
with Mass Effect that you only ever got 2 endings, and the villain of both either Mass Effect or Mass Effect 2 always gave you a reason to why he wanted that. In Mass Effect 3, you're presented with all this time you've been told that destroying the Reapers is the only choice, and nobody ever really sells you the idea of control. And in fact, the control was actually the ending of. Okay, so the ending of Mass Effect 1 was the Symbiote ending where everybody gets together as cyborgs and plays happy fucking tree in whatever place. Mass Effect 2 was about control, both of which were the bad options. And in Mass Effect 3 you're presented with all 3 options and they're all designed as being equal, even though if you're going by the endings of the original of the first 2, you're led to believe that the only real thing you can do is to destroy the Reapers. I very much, not to mention the ridiculous fact that Harbinger is constantly hyped up as being something, but the only time you see him is during a fight to get to the space elevator thing. And don't get me wrong, I love Mass Effect and and I love all 3 games. I think they're truly great games, with the third being let down by the fact that it was a rushed development and time, and that the developers never really were truly able to give the series the send-off it wanted. And when Mass Effect Andromeda came up, all of that talent was basically gone by then. BioWare will never be able to do the same amount of work it did with Mass Effect 1, 2 or 3. You can see that with Anthem, you can see that with Andromeda, and I'm pretty sure that studio is probably going to get put down at some point.
Just another studio milked out by EA.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm probably going to run out of ammo. I've only done 10,000 damage.
Yeah.
I have missiles loaded. Well, I might as well use them now. I mean, to be honest, when Mass Effect Andromeda first came out, I was like, this isn't gonna work, is it? I just didn't trust it. I didn't trust that. I didn't trust For Honor. They all came out last year, didn't they? Was it the year before? But either way, that year I did not buy a single AAA game. I just didn't trust any of them.
I've not bought a AAA game since Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Oh, that game was just a...
Like, it's better than Ghost, but it's still shit. I mainly just bought it because I had hope in Sledgehammer that he would bring something new to the table.
They tried, but Call of Duty has always relied on the same formula over and over again. Also, I can't aim today.
You said that last week. And the week before. And the week before.
Well, obviously I haven't been able to aim very well.
You're never able to aim very well.
And even then, I still pull off ridiculous shots.
Yes, that's the thing. You pull off ridiculous shots, you walk away with a shit ton of damage. So, quit your bitching.
Go away, Leopard. Nobody loves you.
No.
Not even
Who
your
invited
mother.
the Terminator?
I do. I like my Germans.
No, okay, I'm gonna wreck this. Thank you. Oh my god, that is a lot of
Bowling
AI.
ball wants to get me.
This is not fun. Oh great, I'm getting bum rushed by the Thunderbolt. He's bouncing on me. He bounces. I'm glad the Thunderbolt's armor was reworked so you didn't get the ridiculous
Man, they're getting
bounces
crazy
on
over there. They want to kill me. I can't get, and I have lousy gun depression.
How can a game that's new look worse than the game that came out years earlier? Simple. Somebody fucked up.
No budget, no time, rush development.
Yep.
I mean, many games are still running on the same
of
engine.
system requirements so everyone can play it. That's
I can't wait for Cyberpunk 2027 though. I mean, even if it comes out next year. It's either going to be this year or next, since it's almost finalized.
Well, if it's this year, then it's probably going to be the best AAA until 2.
Metro Exodus is pretty good. I just wish it wasn't on the Epic Games Store, but I've had an absolute blast playing it. My only a real objection to the game being is that for some reason, despite having total freedom, you have 3 weapon slots and you can only change 2 of them out. The final weapon slot, you're basically stuck with basically an air gun. And while it's very sneaky and stuff, sometimes you just need a, you know, a pistol, a shotgun, and an assault rifle.
And ammunition is no longer your currency?
That was only in the Metro, to be honest.
Everything.
That was only in the Metro. Where there's a limited number of people, so... Limited number of people, limited number of... And while that worked in the first Metro, I don't think the second had that. And Metro 3... don't think that would really suit it anymore. Not to mention that if you are going to play Metro Exodus, please do not play it with anything other than the Russian voice acting. It is so much better. I mean, obviously you won't be able to understand what anybody's fucking saying without the subtitles, but it's still better than the last.
Suka bliat!
Yes, suka bliat!
Putin, Putin, Putin.
Da, 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 da.
I got a part of the K1A1 in my kit.
Yay. Wonder how many of those I have to go.
I have...
Like I said, at this rate, it'll be about 2021 before I get any of that shit assembled.
I actually need 3 spore liner schemes to get all of the spore liners, so right now my K1A1 is technically inferior.
I have 1 spore liner, 1 K1A1 stage 2 kit, and 1 part of the K1.
So, yeah, this is weird. I've got 8 parts of the K1A1, 15 parts of the autoloader, 11 for the maintenance kit, 2 for the spall liner, 4 for the stage 2 kit, and 2 for the target tracker. Yeah, I honestly am wondering if they really thought this through.
It's a gold
You
sink.
think so?
I'm sorry, I just cannot see that this was a well thought out plan.
It's a gold sink. One that was needed.
Yeah, unfortunately at this rate I won't get that tank until
It's not intended for you though,
2030.
it's intended for the large groups of players that have just amassed so much gold that
they'll just spend their way through. Yeah.
Not people like us.
No.
Nope.
Not the hoi polloi.
Because we bought actual premium things with our gold.
I mean,
They're more
Not just
concerned
wasted
about the
something.
whale.
to be honest, Aaron, Battlefield 3 is still amazing. It still looks amazing, and
It's better than 5.
yeah.
Anything's better than 5.
To be honest, I would love.
Minesweeper is better than a 5.
I would love
Oh,
a
God.
Battlefield Bad Company 3. I loved
Oh.
Bad Company.
Yeah, and don't you talk shit about Minesweeper.
So, yeah, I found out something else. I was watching a rant Doomcock. Apparently, Rotten Tomatoes has shut off their metrics because certain movies were getting dropped hard as far as, you know, if you want to go see it or not want to go see it.
Yeah,
And
one major release was rated
27%.
And people hadn't even
73%
fucking watched
said,
it
nope,
yet.
not going there.
Yep. So
And,
they really,
and the movie wasn't out yet. To be honest, I
Yep.
think that was a pretty
No.
good idea to not
Yeah,
do that.
It's, well, the point is Rotten Tomatoes was a good idea of feeling what the water was like, but the corporations are now like, yeah, we don't want it. We don't want to
No,
know
I
anymore.
just think
We're
that
not
maybe
doing that
is
because
the
people ain't gonna watch our movie because there's a bad review.
well, yeah, bad reviews coming from people when the movie isn't out yet. That's
Yes, but it has also partially to do with certain behavior
That's
by
false
the
reviews.
actors. I'm sorry, but when the actors are bad-mouthing people and causing trouble, and the directors do the same thing, it's like when the studios are being dicks. Nobody's gonna want to go see their product. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Capitalism, baby.
No, sir, they're doing an EA and Blizzard.
They're doing an EA and Blizzard trick, yes.
Like, don't you guys have phones?
Don't you guys have phones?
I have a phone. It's an old flip phone.
I actually still have my Nokia. It still works. It's on like half % battery, and I haven't used it in like 12 years. I bet you that thing can still be used as an emergency throw-in weapon. I'm getting shot at with a
It's
lot of bullets.
Blunt melee weapon.
It's a blunt melee weapon. Huh, can I? Ooh, I can.
The problem is you have to roll a d6 to see if it breaks through the floor when you drop it.
Lol. Ow, they're shooting me. Ow, this is painful. Ow, pain. Pain is being had.
Yes, the new change of this map where they made the bots vicious.
Yeah, I'm glad, you know, they made hardcore mode actually fucking challenging. Thankfully. It's not gonna be easy mode anymore, kiddies.
Oh, they removed that completely. There is no easy mode.
Yeah, it is called challenging.
The kiddie pool is gone. The folks who used to want to just play that game with the easy one-shot kill tanks, yeah.
Yeah, because there was no point for that existing.
It was too much like training wheels.
If you want one-shot kills, then you play WoT.
You mean it's either one-shot kills or have to play painstaking decisions where you have to shoot an enemy tank 50 fucking times to kill it?
And play 5,000 matches to get the next tank.
Oh, that missed. How am I? Despite trying to fill myself full of energy drugs, I'm actually kind of sleepy. It seems that my body's drug-resistant nature is starting to catch up with coffee and soda. So at the moment I'm trying to stay awake, but the whole energy gains isn't working very well. So today's stream is going to be a special one.
Sorry.
No pen.
Later this stream, I am going to do the Stingray 2 review live, and I'm also going to cover a game where me, Decal, and Capian did 25,000 damage together in a PvP and still fucking lost.
Yeah, that Merkava 4 is not taking shots.
I got one clip into him, but that's it.
He's not... Yeah, nothing I'm doing. It's no pen, no pen, no pen. Shattered.
Be great if I had some support over here, you know.
I'm getting like, you know, light colored... Yeah, I immobilize him, that's about it.
Come on.
But I had a couple of green arrow shots and shattered.
Boop.
No pen.
Today's going well. Ish.
Finally, a shot through the side.
Kind of well again.
Firing 50 shots. I mean, I was in a Persian and I had a Panzerfaust shoot me in the engine deck. Nothing happened. I just simply turned my turret around and just one-shotted him. If that doesn't say what War Thunder truly is, then you know. And people still defend and play the game. Like, is War Thunder's like a fucking Stockholm Syndrome game or something?
Pretty much.
Ooh, going for that secondary.
There's also a challenge around here, so I'm gonna rebuild kit so I can not die. Because dying is bad.
Well, we've almost cleared out the spawn.
Most of the spawns happen here anyway, so it's not really that big of an issue.
Of course, you shoot me. You got other people there to shoot, and you shoot me.
Well,
Yeah, because you know who you are.
you get the Von Holtz Memorial
Do
Medal.
you know who I am? Mm-hmm.
Like, just think about it, Linzabi. If they're shooting you, then they're not shooting us.
Whoa!
You're taking
Yeah, but
one
I'm
for the
sweeter
team.
than you.
You're I wingman.
Well, I had a little bit of downside news today with the doctor.
What happened?
I'm now going to be taking some testosterone therapy and vitamin D pills every week.
Oh, we stake you out in the sun, the vitamin D can go away.
Do you want some of mine?
We'll
Well,
just
they
put
got-
Linzabi outside.
No, the doctor was talking about how it just doesn't work quite the way I thought it would.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
And I do
So
drink
you're-
enough milk.
So you can't do a plant anymore?
I cannot pretend to be a plant anymore, no. And I gotta make sure I'm the only one who puts the testosterone gel on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Oh shit, there's a Thunderbolt. Go away.
I figured that one.
Oh, there's also a challenger.
Pardon me. Up, something shot me from the side.
I did
Oh,
say
Challenger.
there
Another
was
challenger off the side pocket,
a
right behind you
challenger.
guys.
He's looking at me. He's looking at me.
Get him, Farrell.
Quick, Janet,
He's looking.
do the old rootle tootle and get him
Avenge
distracted.
me!
No.
someone
Actually, could you say that? I'm not going to shoot it now. There you go.
Avenge me!
Avenge me, brothers!
9.
It's dead. Good. Dirty little bot.
Wait, hang on. Can I use the HE?
Now, Linzabi, we're not going there. We're not being racist towards the bot. All lives matter. All lives matter.
Shut up. Let me shoot this
Yes,
fucking thing.
But
I want to
bot
kill it.
lives matter, as far as I'm concerned. Bot lives matter only so far as they get destroyed. Done.
That's not very nice of you to say.
So the bots are stormtroopers.
I never laid claim to being an SJW.
Yeah, but you can at least be a bit nicer.
Nah.
No. Gotta remember, I'm hormonally imbalanced, so I'm gonna be a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow! Your hormonally imbalanced, Lens. Are you sure about that?
There's something wrong with my testosterone levels. Are you kidding me?
Well,
There's
jack off more. You'll be fine.
You're the target audience for the game Carmageddon then. Because that was the tagline on the box, the game for the chemically imbalanced.
Chemically imbalanced. That's people who are the fucking funny drug.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
I'm a train, choo choo. Oh! I just realized. Oh no!
Jeff!
No!
Jeff is at the feeding trough.
By the way, guys, the T-15 kills everything. I just bounce all of its shots. GG.
Well, no one is as overpowered as you are.
Nobody has the hacks.
The developer hacks. You get a set developer.
Do you all have VBLs?
Why? They won't let us do a platoon of VBLs.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
I know what you want to do.
Oh yes. I wanna.
Oh, you want to run the VBLs off the aircraft carrier?
Yep.
Oh, we can
I
do
wanna.
that.
No. Actually, what I want to do is that I want to run and then when they want storm, on to some VBLs and throw them off the aircraft carrier.
Oh God.
Can we even do that?
Yes, we can.
I
Yeah?
have them.
Oh wait, you can host custom games on Glops maps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just select other.
That's how we end every Tuesday night Tanko Tuesday.
Yeah, we do the fly off. We try different vehicles flying off the carrier.
Or we do races around Salzburg.
Oh yeah. Oh, the Hardy races around Salzburg was awesome.
CY key A, so probably out rush B. There we go. Other, Bound Divide, Desert Closet.
VBL. Let me go find it.
Any VBL will work, don't worry. There you go. Ass Tanker, Pharaoh, Jath, Lens. Never gonna live that down, Janet, by the way. Gonna remind you that every week until you hit the sign.
Everyone into the VBL.
I still want my Andrei Europov avatar.
Do you mean?
Yuri Andropov, you mean?
Yuri Andropov.
They censored Polyat.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
did
they don't like that.
There you go, get into your VBLs.
Nabi, you're in the wrong VBL.
VBLs. No, I mean, it doesn't matter.
What?
They both have the same hit points.
Yeah.
And just
Janet's in a T90. That's not a VBL.
Close enough. It's the same size.
Spitfire,
Yes? Yeah.
could you push me in your team?
You're supposed to be in a VBL.
VBLs.
Okay,
VBL.
I
Or as
don't
close to
have
it as possible.
any- Okay. I think I found that. Okay.
Well, Janet went with a Weasel Hot, which is about as squishy.
Yeah, we're all close enough.
Squishies! Squishies!
Oh no, Aaron. I used to land the biggest plane in the game at its time was the Japanese G5. And this was a very weakly armed, weakly armoured, weakly powered giant bomber that I used to attempt to land on American carriers so we could initiate a boarding action and take them over.
What?
Hey, didn't you get your grandma to fly a Wellington or something like
No,
that?
grandma flew a Lancaster and a Spitfire. She even flew a Sabre at one point, but that was actually quite advanced, and I think at some point she started
had
to
such
lose.
a blast flying that.
Oh, she loved it.
It was awesome. The only thing that was
she bombed the hell out of the crowd scum.
the only thing that was cooler than watching your grandma fly that was going to a air show at a museum last August and watching a guy that had actually flown as a bombardier in a B-29 take a trip around the airfield in one of the last two flying B-29s. It was
Okay, Janet and I will tell you, it's a little side note, guys. You want to kill the yellow bots or they will mess you up for this and make you weird.
It will make you weird.
Like, it's not that you can just respawn or anything.
It'll make the frogs gay.
You can respawn, but it slows down the excitement.
Well, first one to the carrier.
Cap out!
Oh, that's a D64. And that was a bad idea.
And the Rees, all the Rees.
How much
they're
damage
all
can I
having-
do to this RDF? Oh, it moved out of the way, really? No, come here.
Ooh.
What do you mean I only did
Oh,
250
my
ramming
4
damage?
spent.
Fine, come here. Ah, that's much better.
Not a single one of my 80 GMs spent the side of a D64.
No, I want to lift it up, not climb on it. Thank you.
Alright, which end should we hide at?
Don't tell me I brought the wrong vehicle. I've got the gun.
The north end. All stack up in a line, please. Wheelbase to wheelbase.
We will. I'm almost there.
We're getting there. Gotta line up. VBLs, that ain't easy.
Pharaoh, runway.
Other side of the boat, of the plane boat.
Of the plane boat.
Janet.
Of the boat plane.
Stop.
Oh no,
You're
I'm
not supposed to be
spotted.
shooting me, you know. Oh no, how terrible.
There. And then.
I'm joking.
No, I mean like the other lineup, as in side on, side on.
Oh, sideways.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
going to be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Let's
It's
do it this
easy.
way. Do the weasel one. Careful.
Yeah,
Right,
Okay.
bed BMB.
Beep,
And Jeff.
Beep.
Jeff.
beep.
I think
Jeff.
I'm stuck.
Oh, for crying out loud, Jeff.
Here, I'll help.
Don't worry. Oh shit! Oh.
I'm out.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, good.
That
Alright,
feel
we
when your
need
mind
a-
power is probably heavier than you
Alright.
guys.
Do the track, then a wheel, then a track, then a wheel.
Okay, stay there. Stay. Jeff. No.
You
no.
said you wanted all of us end to
Yeah,
end,
see?
right?
Yeah, like that. See? Almost done. Just side on. That's some incredible driving skills there, Lens. Have you ever tried doing a three-pointer? Okay, I'm gonna back up now.
It's just like watching the Three Stooges go to the grocery store.
Pro tip, it was actually the butchers.
This is gonna be stupid.
I just have to wonder if like the sheer force of the ramming will mean that.
Will it shove them over the side? We don't know.
Alright. Well, you ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Because I was gonna go anyway.
Before we just break formation and kill Spitfire.
I don't think
Yeah,
you'll be able to
pretty
do that.
Well, time to get liberated.
And here we
Freedom!
go. Wow.
The physics!
She landed on the
The
bank.
physics!
And I'm stuck. And my corpse was stuck on the boat. It got
Alright,
sideways.
I'm done with the Spitfire.
This is hilarious.
One more time.
Oh wow, yeah, both VBLs stayed on the deck. The two truck vehicles got pushed off the edge.
Oh, that was great. Take care, Aaron.
Have a good one, Aaron.
Take care.
Let's do this one more time, but this time you're going to be like back ends.
Where are we going?
Same thing.
Carrier.
Same thing, except you're going to be lining up back to front.
Getting on in the back or the front end?
No, you're going to be lining up back to front.
Back to front.
Yeah.
Like we were going to do before, but you decided no. Okay.
It's all
you
for
do this.
science.
For science!
Whee!
Spitfire is a one shot.
Da da. Oh.
Can you wait till we're there?
No. Wait, can you kill this? Really? Really? Really?
You're gonna kill us anyway! And you were at low health. How were you at such low health?
Because I kind of fell off the carrier. As in I decided to just ram you all anyway, so I just scooted off the carrier.
That was for shooting me with a missile.
You're all
So your
special.
team kill me?
That's right, I became a team killing fucktard.
You see, this is what it's like with group projects, that no matter how serious it is, there's always like 75% of the group that are just complete fucktards and do their best to ruin everything.
And now Pharaoh's killing Janet.
And now Pharaoh's killing Janet.
Yep. Pharaoh is the last man standing in the team.
Can we just all become purple?
Yeah, we can.
We are.
We can if we work it right.
I don't think I can achieve that goal.
No, you're alone.
I mean, I
well,
could...
if you had Artie, you could.
Oh no, fuck off. Just go. Just go.
Oh, she could just kill herself. Fire the shell up in the air and catch it.
No.
Would that even work?
Oh yeah.
Or becoming purple?
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. It said that you could damage yourself
I did flash
by,
damage on myself,
explosive
and it's
weapon.
like, you hit an ally! So yes, you can splash damage. We're not all lined up.
Hi, Jeff. I'm gonna take you places.
Jeebus! You've literally got him hooked up like a forklift. Oh God! And Pharaoh just like fell.
Pharaoh just fell. You missed.
Ooh. Jeff's being salty there, shooting you with a missile. I just realized what it is.
What?
Oh my God! You nasty boy! Oh! And
Could
now
you?
he's purple.
Now we're all purple.
No, I just realized what he's doing. He was hurling dildos at your butt.
Ow! Really?
Dirty
Really?
boy! The dirty boy!
Okay,
That's
well.
what you take away from me shooting 280 GMs at her?
You've got a Belgian throwing French dildos at a girl. My God.
Okay, well, like, line up your little
So
shits
there is
before I
something
decide to
very
ban you
wrong
all.
with that statement. Like, you know, I'm better than to use French.
Let's just say it was a Saturday night, no other store was open, so you had to buy the French shit.
Then I wouldn't even go to the store.
Lazy man.
There we go.
I have seen guys in my platoon that would do some crazy shit just to get laid.
Oh yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ! I'm on fire.
They
Really?
would go through the insanest links.
Could you
just to
not?
go-
I was
Stop
actually-
shooting!
Spitfire, I was actually aiming at your track. Your soft kill did that.
You're all
Your
special.
soft kill ammo wrecked yourself.
Great.
Okay, there's 3 of us lined up. Where's Pharaoh?
Oh, really, Pharaoh? Hurry up, damn it! Jesus.
The entire team is purple.
We are all purple. We're all team killing fucktards.
We're all gonna get banned.
No, I don't think this gets affected that way. Just line up a little bit. Line up a little bit. She's gonna ram us together.
Alright. Spitfire, we're ready.
Oh, I see what he's doing. He's wiggling his ass at Spitfire. It's like saying, "Come at me, bro."
It's like a mating call.
Just shoot in the back of the head.
I don't think you want a mating call for this, to be honest. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Wow! Oh man, look at my wheels. They're just like totally.
Oh,
shredded.
you're stuck inside the
I'm in the
grinding.
grinding.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
weird.
so
Here, I'll get you out.
Hey, that's one way to get me out of that rut. Woo!
Time to go to the repair point.
Actually, guys, that's going to be it for now.
That's the end. That was it. It got silly enough.
Yeah, we can only take so much stupid.
That was amazingly stupid.
It was, and now it's time to do something else.
What's that?
I need to review the Stingray too.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes, the Stingray review.
So, everybody back out.
Zabi.
You're gonna harm then, Zabi?
Hunt.
We've already dead. We're already exited.
No, then it's going to be Janet.
Well, He's hunting.
I can't really review this until you know you're all back out. So if you
We
want
have to all get out, hit escape, and get out so she can close this and do her review.
I'm already out.
So, Pharaoh, you're out.
Just
Pharaoh.
ban him. That will solve everything.
Pharaoh, did you exit the game?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Well, the match, not the game.
Yeah.
I'm leaving the lobby. She can shut it down. It says I'm in a match still. Which
So
means
the lobby is closed.
Pharaoh, leave the game, please.
No, leave the
I
match.
left-
Go to lobby.
Yeah.
Go to
I
lobby.
left the map. I left the map.
Thank you.
There
I'm
we go. Ow. Ow.
yeah, the whole
Well,
point was we were doing the
Here
system and
goes.
this, and that's it.
Here goes. So, welcome everybody to the Stingray 2 review. This is one of the, well, the only light tank in tier 7. It has a 4-round ready rack, does around 2000 damage in around 8 seconds, and the armor on the front is at least pretty decent. So, as usual, the first thing we're going to look at is the modifications for the tank. Now, you get a applique package, smoke grenades, then a firepower line, and then finally some engine stuff. I'm going to mute Pharaoh now. Then you get a battle hardened and some XP point as well. Considering this tank has the best 105mm in its tier with the highest damage, I would suggest at first going for the firepower line. You get an improved gun stabilizer, some heat rounds, improved thermal scope, which should at least help you to be able to detect AFVs at roughly medium range, and then lastly you get the best 105 shells in tier 7, and you get improved ready racks, which your rate of fire is increased by 13%. Then I would suggest you go for the applique package, which handily helps with the armor of the tank. You basically go from having the stock armor of the Stingray 2 to having the armor that you see now. And then lastly you can go for the smoke grenades and then the engine. It's only 50 horsepower more, so it's not really that much of a big deal. There's not really that many things to compare it to, since as it's basically the only light tank in its tier. However, we can compare this to other vehicles such as the Centauro, is it just a Centauro? Yeah, it's basically just a Centauro. So as you can see here, despite the Centauro being a tank destroyer and having slightly higher DPM, the Stingray 2 has higher damage. They have the same hit points. It has better hull armor and turret armor, believe it or not. However, the Centauro, with the package I've sent it up for, has far better camouflage, with the Stingray having slightly better view range on the move. Lastly, the Cent has it beat for sideways gun depression, but the gun depression of the Stingray 2 is also pretty good as well. So, the commanders to use on the Stingray 2 is going to be Juan Carlos, who gives you basically a good range of buffs. Instigator gives you a vision range increase by 32 meters. Foot Down will give you a 5% maximum speed boost, along with Special Agent, Anti-Material Explosives, 1.8% increase to your crew stats. However, you get a massive 15% increase to your crew stats if you use Fighting Spirit, which, if you're always on the go using your repair kit, energy drink, well, not repair kit, your repair kit, your fire extinguisher kit, and your first aid, you'll get a massive boost to your guys. And then lastly, you also get some better accuracy on the move as well. For your crews, I would recommend Smooth Ride and Off-Road Driving, but you could always go for Field Repair if you find yourself getting tracked a lot. For the gunner, it's usually a rough comparison between all 4 of these skills. All 4 of them are pretty good. And then finally for the loader, you want to do rapid fire and then either preparation if you plan on mixing up your shells all the time. Secured ammunition is also a bonus because the ammo rack of the Stingray is in the front. Or you could always go for field expert, or you could always go for vehicle expertise, which combined with the gunner field repair skill gives you the same repair for your tracks that an improved Pioneer toolkit will give. It's a pretty fun tank, to be honest. I can't really think of other commanders to use. You could always use Sabrina if you wanted to do like a hybrid AFE playstyle, but that's not really the option you should choose. You could also choose Freya if you want to go ultimate speedy speed, or you could just do Eren if you wanted to be basically a motherfucker who sits in a bush all day. That's up to you really. You should choose a good chunk of AP rounds. Remember, these AP rounds are very good. In fact, we should probably compare the AP rounds to all the other 105s in the tier. So we have the Merc, Stingray, and Ascent. I wasn't joking, the Stingray 2 actually has the best 105s in its tier. And lastly, it's also much better than 100mm on the Assaulter. So you can basically out-tank destroy a Ascent initially, but the Centauro's better reload speed will mean that eventually you'll lose. But with heat rounds, and usually a rough damage of around 500 to 600, you can hunt down AFEs in the same tier and basically completely destroy them. So I did want to talk about the vehicle protection system, since this is one of the vehicles in the game that actually rapidly improves if you use the stock armor or not. So using heat rounds, as you can see here with stock armor, is basically green all the way through. However, with a Plique, you can't penetrate the lower plate, parts of the turret, and also parts of this as well. And the same goes with Het rounds as well. So you do get a massive buff. Like I said before, the ammo rack is in the front. So if you feel like you're going to get ammo racked a lot, using retrofits such as reinforced ammo rack, or the drivers, or the loaders one could also help as well. Lastly, retrofits wise, I would recommend electro absorbing camo paint, which will massively help with your camouflage. As you can see here, it gives a massive 8% boost. Lastly, you're probably going to want to use improved gun breach as well, and then either a choice between advanced MRS, reinforced ammo rack, filter systems, or air induction pre-cleaner, which respectively helps your ammo rack, your acceleration, or your hull speed. It's all pretty good stuff, and there are a lot of options to choose when using the when using the Stingray. It's a really fun tank, and either the premium version or the regular version are all, I would definitely recommend all of them. So for now, let's have a look at some games. Let's just hope these games work. Stingray. Where are my Stingray games? Okay, has anyone actually noticed bugs with the replay system? Because I have. It can be kind of annoying.
I stopped doing anything with the replays about 3 patches ago when every patch broke the replays.
It can be annoying. Okay, so the replays work. So this was a really good game for me in my Centauro. Random Battle Frontline. Frontline usually goes two ways. It's either a massive camp fest or everybody gets rolled up in the first couple of seconds. The rush B meta of the server can be annoying, but as you can see here, we're actually out AFEs here, as they have a pair of VBO Ingways, and instead it's up to me and another Stingray, and for some reason the game always latches on to somebody else in the same tank name. What a beautiful camouflage. So we're going to go forward a couple of secs. The first place I usually go to when using a light tank, AFE or tank destroyer is this hill here. This is simply because it's in the middle of the map, and most of the other parts are usually MBT dominated in the first part of the game. So we're going to go up to this bush, and with the camo net and everything, we're going to have a look at what's going on. So for now, seeing that enemy in the cap circle, I decide to not actually go up first. Since usually when an enemy goes down there, as you can see that VBL, they have a really fun habit of just bull rushing either side of the map and everybody gets spotted, which is not something you want, to be honest. Looking around, looking around, looking around. I do like this part of the map. It gives you a really wide field of fire, like all the way down there, some ways over there in this place as well. If you're using AFE or something, you can do quite a bit of passive spotting just sitting here. I haven't actually fired off a shell yet. I was actually hoping to hit that guy, and as you can see here, this is where the gun depression of the Stingray, which is quite uncharacteristic of enemy vehicles, can kind of suck. Your gun depression feels like it's better off on the side rather than from the front. And of course, when you give your side, you're giving your ammo rack. So this is when the ready rack of the Stingray starts to come into play. As you can see this challenger here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've just done 2,000 damage to that challenger. I don't think he enjoyed it very much. And we can finally pop another one in. And thanks to the quick reload time of 5.69 seconds, it's also pretty good. Okay, Pharaoh, take care of yourself, alright? And that's one guy down. I've just done 3,000 damage. That's pretty decent if you'll ask me. And to be honest, the train doesn't stop there. There's also a Centaur over there as well. But the usual problem with this map is that the teams tend to get pretty dispersed. So you usually have like a bunch of campers on either side with the MBTs fighting it out. I killed the BVP there. Firing at tracers is usually a good way to go. I didn't really spot the kill there since I was busy looking at the minimap. So we're going to fast forward it a bit. There we go. 455 to the NM142, and that ready rack really does come into play. With that, you have a very decent chance of taking on MBTs, performing hit and run attacks and stuff. And you can also, you know, do really good burst damage. So while the DPM says it's around in the 6,000 line, it's more like you do 2,000 damage in around 8 seconds or so. And while the ready rack does take a while to fill up, 5.69 seconds, so you're looking at roughly 23 seconds for a full ammo rack empty. You can usually go into battles with 2 or 3 shells loaded, since that does actually work. The usual thing to do with the BMP3 is to make sure that you can out damage your opponent. That ready rack will be your lifesaver. This means that you can burst damage them and then you can run away, which is a pretty good idea, to be honest. And as you can see here, the ready rack is pretty full. So I'm going to do something stupid, in which I'm just going to try and go all the way off. Sabra down there, bounce. Oh! 800 damage taken. I didn't really expect to do this. And then the Sabra killed me. So that's it for the end of the game. Although I do feel like the extra 1,500 damage was definitely worth it. So, as you can see, the ready rack in that game really helped. The burst damage on the Sabra, the ability to fire shots quickly at the NM142, and the Centauro, I think, as well as the fact that I basically did half of the hit points of a Challenger 2 within 10 seconds was pretty damn decent. So now let's have a look at the post-game stats. Oh, just got to find them now. Where are you? Vehicle.
Plot twist, no post-game results.
Yeah, so 8,353 damage, 3 enemies destroyed, 280,000 credits, not bad. As you can see, 3,000 damage done to the Challenger, 3 shots done to the Sabra, 2 shots done to each of these guys, and then 1 shot done to these guys here. Came second on the team, that Scorpion having done an amazing amount of spotting. But as you can see here, I pretty much outscored just about everybody here in terms of damage done. Which is not a bad idea, which is not a bad thing. The tank can also be pretty accurate. As you can see here, I fired 21 shots and only 1 missed. And the total amount of damage I could have caused would have been 8,851. So that's not bad at all. I mitigated 1,100 damage, but to be honest, you shouldn't really expect to bounce anything in the Stingray. You will get ammo racked a lot, and it's not a good thing. Trust me. Take a fire extinguisher. Okay, next game. Anyway, this next game is on Port Storm, Middle East. No idea why those two are together, but they are. And this is a top tier game. Top tier games in the Stingray can be a bit of a hit and miss sometimes. Yes, you're top tier for everybody, and yes, you can pen just about everything frontally, but this means that since you're a top tier, you don't really have the ability to do the sneaking flanking attacks. As now, since of course you're top tier, everybody's going to focus you because, hey, more XP and more points. So, Port Storm. A fun place I enjoy going is usually the A line, A0. Sorry, the 0 line. In tanks with ready racks and stuff, this means you can open fire at vehicles on the hill relatively quickly. As you know, the 2-second delay between shots, rather than the 8, 5, 7, 6 shot time of other tanks means that you're able to pull off at least another shot, rather than, you know, have to wait, and then those targets will often disappear. I'm the only one going here, unfortunately, but don't worry, it doesn't matter. For now, I do like the paint scheme very much, but for now it's all good. I like going here, at the very least, the fact that since you're a Stingray and not, say, an M8 Thunderbolt, despite the Thunderbolt having better stats overall, the Stingray's ready rack means that you basically pose a threat to just about anybody, because of course you have a ready rack, you can dump shells into them. It's pretty cool. So Sabre Smash going on around here. The gun depression kind of let me down a bit. If I'd have been fast on off the mark, I would have been able to slam another shot into this guy, but alas, it doesn't happen. Although I am actually kind of thankful there's not a Russian light tank in the same tier. MBT-70 over there, put another shot in. You can see once again the fact that I have another shot immediately loaded in 2 seconds means that if I'd have made that mistake in, say, an MBT, I would have been able to do 500 damage to him. So for now, I'm actually looking over here. There's a pair of Scorpion cash stats over there. Now, I can't take both of them alone when they're on 500 hit points. Well, when they're on 4 hit points, but the beauty of ready racks and autoloaders means that you can actually clip multiple targets in a single clip. If you're lucky and if you use the right shells. So the best thing to do for me would actually be to get those Scorpion cash stats while they're busy, while they're bothered, while they're on relatively low hit points, so then I can roughly get them down to a 2-shot each, and since I have 4 shots, I can get rid of them. So you can see me thinking of it here. 5 seconds loaded. Can't really see anything going up here. Spotted him. Not a bad idea. So my thoughts here was that I wanted to at least make sure those 2 guys were still there. And while obviously, you know, since most players will usually stay in the same place, if you're going to make a push like this, it's a better idea. So now I've got all 4 shots loaded. Let's see what happened. Okay, first kill, Scorpion. Bam. Done right there. Bam, ammo rack. I used HEP rounds here, and I just scored 2 kills. I just clipped 2 people. It was pretty good. If I'd have used AP rounds, maybe the same thing would have happened, but I would have been able to get an ammo rack shot on that Scorpion, which meant that the viability of me being able to actually clip him in 3 shots would have been put into doubt. So when you're facing AFVs like that, a HEP clip or a heat clip can be very useful. Speaking of the ready rack, I actually hate these. I hate coming up against these things in a warrior, simply because of the Stingray's heat clip potential, which can be really fucking annoying. So sent over there. I thought I hit him, but it doesn't matter. There's an Abrams over there as well. I've loaded back to AP route now. While heat will give you more damage, since they've got an MBT heavy lineup, I'm not always going to be guaranteed damage with heat rounds, so you want to do the guaranteed AP damage. So if I was like a other tank, this Scorpion cash stat probably would have been able to do more damage, but I steal his damage. So we're up to 5,000 now. When you do twice your amount of damage in hit points such as this, I feel like that's a good game, and that's maybe where you should stop. And I know there's a VBL Ingray running around now, so we're going to blap him. The ready rack also means you're also able to go against VBL Ingrays and stuff, meaning that you're actually a tank that they don't like, because you can fire almost as fast as they can. So if they miss a shot and you hit them, That's pretty cool. And now we have a very angry Scorpion Cash-Tet just running around. I'm a heavier vehicle. Are you sure about that, dude? Sucks to be him, right? So there's a Centauro and an MBT-70 lining up. We're going to clip this guy. I load heat rounds at this point. The game's almost over. I'm likely going to be facing enemies' backs. Use the heat Luke. I'm pretty sure this Scorpion was not happy with me, to be honest. Oh, there he is. These MBT-70 has pretty weak armor, so we can go through him. And then I get another shot on the Challenger. And while this isn't a case of ready, rack, go, the reload time is pretty cool. So that was that game, which, as you can see, the ready rack once again proves its worth. And so does the speed of the tank. If I was in an MBT or something, or a Centauro, I would have either been too vulnerable, or I would have been too slow. That happens. So now let's have a look at the post-game stats again. Oh, alrighty, where is it? Port Storm. So as you can see in this one, once again an 8,000 damage game, a little bit less credits, but the majority of the vehicles here I took were one shots. Clipped the Scorpions together, clipped the MBT-70, clipped all the other guys. You get the idea. This thing's ready rack makes it incredibly powerful. And to be honest, I would call for this thing to have a nerf. A 2-shot ready rack like the Abrams would probably go better, because it is really freaking strong. So, closing statements. Do I recommend the Stingray? Yes, I do. It's fun in just about every game mode. In PvE, you get someone who can ready rack people pretty quickly, it's fast, it can spot. Same goes for PvP and same goes for glops. It's a great all-round vehicle, and no matter what game mode you're in, it's fun. I give this tank 10 burgers out of diabetes, and I hope you enjoyed the review. For now, take care, guys, and see you all later. The stream hasn't ended, by the way, in case you were wondering. So, who wants to invite?
I'm still
I'll
here.
Start the game back up.
Ah.
Everyone comes alive. Everyone comes to life again.
We're alive!
Yep.
Yay! Things, stuff, fun. Also, guys, we're in roughly the 2-hour mark. Just saying, usual donation advertisement thing. I'm Spitfire, Armored Warfare's transgender unicorn gamer person. Hi. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. This Stingray review will be out tomorrow. And, well, hopefully tomorrow. Another gameplay video will be up this week. And then at the end of the week, we'll host the Object 640 Black Eagle review. After that will be the Centauro 120. And then after that, everybody will be able to vote on a new poll considering what vehicles are going to come into the game. If you'd like to help out with me and everything going on, and the fact that I need to get my future wife and my bridesmaid a piece of jewellery for our wedding in April, which will likely be recorded or live streamed and you will be able to see, consider dropping a tip below, as you can see on the goal that just popped up. I'm not asking for $450, of course, just whatever comes up is how much I spend.
$449 is enough.
Anyway, speaking of Stingrays, I'm going to play one now. Ready up, Jeff. So the new Pokemon starters were announced about roughly 8 hours ago, and there was already a lot of porn. You can trust the human race to make porn out of just about anything. New Pokemon stuff was announced, and there's already porn of it.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Janet, for the 5. That's great of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Humans are such thirsty animals.
Humans are predictable.
Humans are horny.
That's what I said. They're predictable.
I wonder. Most of the things human does is mostly related to sex or pleasure.
Well, it's not my fault that it's hard coded into my DNA.
Sex, eating, sleeping, and taking dumps.
Eats, sleeps, shits, and fucks.
Yep.
Oh, and blood.
And shelter.
To death.
And shelter. That's one of the needs.
Just get a cave.
And a couple of those also get incorporated into sex.
Ew.
Yeah. By the way, chat, you are welcome to talk, you know. I mean, I don't want to resurrect people with electricity, but I might have to give you some shocking quotes which you might not want to hear. Talk! Or be shocked.
Alright, what are the shocking quotes?
Would you be surprised that I know that the blue whale's penis is actually really big?
Well, unless it's a pygmy whale.
Please don't shoot me, Saber. Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. Thank you. Oh, it says an Ascud. Is that a Brit tank? Boop. This is actually a pretty fun song. You know, here's a slight flaw of recording every game on live stream.
Hide behind this invulnerable police cruiser.
I have a lot of games. The problem is that eventually I have to start getting rid of them because there's not enough memory. Well, when I say not enough memory, I mean that there's like not enough space for me to actually figure out what games I want. So eventually, even though a lot of games are like
you
really...
don't have enough space on a 4 terabyte hard drive to
No,
put
no.
all your record.
No, it's more that eventually there's just so many that I can't actually pick them out. So I just like end up just deleting some. Oh, could somebody kill the Saber for me? It wants me. I don't want him though. This is not consensual.
You guys have got a Death Star coming.
Yeah, I'm.
Any more good news, Lens? Oh, by the way, a nuclear missile is inbound to your location. Thanks.
Oh yeah, Russia's going to upgrade the BMP-3.
What am I gonna do? Give it gun depression?
Maybe. Better targeting. Probably some cage. Some more cage. Some ERA.
Yep. Hi, Bradley. Oh, I wanted to ram it. Oh, drifting.
Basically, it's the same problem as a Bradley. You can only bolt so much.
So, in other words, the BMP-3M.
The BMP-3M's already here. It was like Cold War-ish.
BMP-3M2.
BMP-3M MS. The Russians love their names.
Nah, they're going to call the BMP-3 Max.
Max. I wonder what the stretch version would be if they're going off Airbus.
The party boat.
The party boat.
mean
May or may
just,
not explode in your
two
face the moment you get
BMP-3s
hit.
duct tape end to end together.
That would work.
BMP's Vi.
We'd make a T-30.
No, it'd make a BMP-6. Double the firepower, triple the vodka, and quadruple the Russians.
What are you doing next to me, buddy? Die.
Hey Janet,
Yeah.
did you ever have any kids?
Did I ever have any kids?
Yeah.
Just adopted.
Hmm. Just curious.
Yeah.
Boop. 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 Oh, it didn't hit. Oh, it did. Thank you, Lance.
You're welcome. I don't like those two guys up there.
No, I don't like them either. I think we should kill
One's
them.
still alive. Whoops.
Geez, thanks.
Sorry.
You see, unfortunately, Janet was counted. By the way, you might want to run away from the impending doom and disaster that is. Why are none of my shots penning?
Get pushed out into the field of fire.
Guess you forgot to turn your hex back on.
The thing is, I probably play better when I'm half asleep, because at that point it's just autopilot. Because I don't really concentrate on talking, as Lens and Janet probably knows. Hi DB, how are you, sweetie?
Janet concentrate more on talking and driving sideways onto the enemy.
No, that's for the tanks. Roll out. Sorry, I mean eat shit and die.
Who do you
mean
think you
pay
are?
40
Optimus
euros
Prime?
and
Give me 40 euros, give me 40 euros, give me 40 euros. Boop. Boop. He was given the boop, and he did not like it.
Nope.
Oh shit, I'm gonna fall off. No, no, I'm not. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I just realised, if I do a tank review every week, that's 54 tanks a year. Or roughly 25%.
52.
Sorry, 52.
Yeah.
I should
Unless you're
probably
working
do
on a
more though.
different calendar.
I mean, I could probably stretch myself to start doing 2 every week, but that's only if we reach some milestones. So you better get your friends to subscribe, or just make some sock puppet accounts. I don't care.
or get a few bots.
Why am I getting shot at from the side? Oh, alright.
Because you gave them your side, you slut.
No, it's some dip from the behind, from back there.
Ooh. Boop. I've actually been reading fan fiction recently.
Oh no.
Wholesome fan fiction, as in the kind of ones that aren't mentally destroying, but the ones that are actually light.
No, so not the ones written about me.
Nice.
How can it be fan fiction if it's not mentally destroying? It's kind of like mutually exclusive terms.
Would you all like to hear the tale of the fan fiction I read yesterday that actually was mentally destroying? And just
only if
completely...
it involves Gilligan and the Professor. Or potentially Mr. Ed and Wilbur.
Oh, Wilbur.
Oh.
Wilbur, are you into ponies?
You guys into ponies? So, this was a How to Train Your Dragon fanfiction, and do you all know what How to Train Your Dragon is?
Yeah, I'm familiar with the movies. I haven't seen the last. I saw the first two.
So,
I can only imagine.
This one is after HYTD1, and it deals with a very mentally disturbed Hiccup as he starts to feel like he's never really been good enough, okay? And then he gets asked by his dad that since he's going to be reaching 16 soon, he has to find someone to marry, or his dad will do it for him. So naturally, he asked Astrid to marry him, and Astrid says no because she feels like he's only marrying her because so he can just marry someone. She actually is in love with him though. So basically, this means is Jeff just left the server completely.
I was gonna say, does this involve rubber goods and safe words?
So anyway, so a stoic Hiccup's dad decides to marry him off to a woman of another tribe, and this woman is very, very repulsive. So Hiccup does his best, but he's under a lot of mental strain. He's handicapped now because he's got a prosthetic leg. He's obviously forced to marry this thing. And
he's not hooked up with the woman from Battlefield 5, is he?
No.
Okay.
No, he would have been a lot happier. And also he now has to deal with the pressures of being groomed to be the new chief, and of course he did basically get rejected by Astrid. So this new woman, person, gets really angry at him and tells him that he isn't man enough for her. So he basically completely blows up in front of the tribe, accuses them of basically seeing him as nothing more than a hero, only when he killed the Red Death and brought the dragons in. And he basically stomps out and has a teenage strop. So he gets in a boat, and he gets pounced on by some slavers. Oh boy!
Can't possibly go wrong from here.
So he gets done by some slavers, and at this point I was like, oh god, this just went from 0 to 100 very, very quickly. And basically the whole premise is that
I would think that the fanfiction would become mentally disturbed.
oh no, it gets even better. It gets, this fucking ruined my soul yesterday. But anyway, Hiccup starts getting beaten for stuff he hasn't done. He starts taking care of a pregnant woman's child, and then this is when he starts to develop dual personalities. As he slowly rises through the ranks of a tribe he gets sold into, to the point of which he becomes its leader simply because he told jokes all the time. This produces a split personality when he becomes the chief of the tribe and he wears a mask. A couple of years go by. Astrid is then groomed to become the new chief. She still loves Hiccup, obviously. Okay. This is when I started having issues. Because
only now.
Only now. Oh no, Lens. Oh no. There's like 50 chapters and I've read 18. So anyway, Hiccup decides to make peace with the outcast tribes and the tribe from Berks, his old tribe. But he's still angry at his dad, Astrid, and the old tribe for not accepting him. So he goes and develops a new personality in which he wears a mask all the time and has a really angry voice. So anyway, he goes and develops peace with them, and he sees Astrid. He starts being a complete asshole to just about everybody involved, claiming he killed Hiccup and stuff. However, Astrid kind of likes this new guy, but she's conflicted because she still loves Hiccup. So obviously, oh god, Hiccup.
Yes, dramatic reveal incoming.
Oh no, he eventually he says that he wants to marry Astrid, to do peace between the two tribes. And of course Stoic can't do anything but agree, even though Astrid is going to have to be done for forced marriage. And obviously she's having issues with this because she's still torn between Chief Hiccup, which she doesn't know is Hiccup, and Old Hiccup, who she thinks is dead. So eventually eventually, Chief Hiccup invites Astrid to his house on Berk, and he reveals that he is Hiccup, after basically pissing off everybody in both tribes because he was a giant asshole and wanted to rub it all in their faces that he killed Hiccup. So Astrid basically slaps him.
Normal reaction.
And then a Hiccup goes to the docks to get the rest of his army to Burke, because he wants to do peace between the two tribes and he wants to give everyone a chance at a hopeful life. Unfortunately, he gets stabbed in the fucking abdomen, I think.
Oh, I felt face.
I was gonna say dick.
And this is when Stoic realizes it's his son because he gets to take the mask off. And Stoic is not a happy bunny. Neither is the rest of Burke, because they're led to believe that Hiccup's been dead this entire time. And but unfortunately, Hiccup's been basically unconscious this entire time. So when he goes before Burke, when he's fully rested, he's like, "Yes, I will do peace between the two tribes." And everybody's like, "Hiccup, what the shit, man?" Oh, I had very mixed feelings towards this fic, and to be honest, I actually put it down halfway through and was like, okay, you know what, I think I'll have to read this another time. Was this a mentally destroying fic summed up for anybody else?
I've heard worse.
It was... hi Bork, how are you? Borkzilla. Oops, I should probably... Jeff, where did you go?
I
Jeff
need
couldn't
to
handle
go.
it. Jeff couldn't
You need to
handle
what?
No, I need to go. It's already late over here.
It's only 11 o'clock.
Yeah, and I need to be awake at 6 tomorrow.
Why?
School.
Ew. Wait, you have schools at 6 in the morning?
No, that's why I need to wake up to leave at 7 to arrive at 9. Public transport is fun.
Oh, you should see the public transport over here. You're better off getting a taxi to the airport than getting public transport there. Ow.
Like, do you guys even have public transport?
Well, it's more like private transport, to be honest.
Shitty private transport.
So, would you all like to hear the tale of the wholesome fic I found?
Oh, so that wasn't the wholesome one.
No. No, that was pretty fucking depressing. But I found a really cute one. It was another Hiccup x Astrid fic, the only straight couple I actually enjoy reading fanfiction about. And it deals with a pair of adults going into their life, and Hiccup doesn't have a girlfriend, okay? And he's been pressured into getting one so he can look good for his family, because of course his family are really rich people, and he's basically done poorly at school. So anyway, he asked Astrid to be his pretend girlfriend for a day. You can see where this is going.
Yeah.
Hilarity ensued.
So basically, it turns out that Astrid does like him, but obviously they're not going to tell each other this because, you know, they're
That
people.
would make things simple.
And people have their fucking issues, okay? So, what happens is that they both really get into it, but neither of them realize it. So, you know, they do a couple of cheek kisses and stuff, do some dances, and then they do a really long mouth kissy kiss in front of everybody, just to prove, you know, that they're a real couple. It's not like they enjoyed it or anything. Backer. So, basically, since they've hit it off so well, Hiccup's parents are like, "Hey, why don't you take your new girl to a private island with us for a month?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." And Astrid is like, "Well, I only signed up for like a day." And Hiccup's like, "Come on, damn it." So anyway, they start it really well. You know, they sleep together. They really enjoy each other's company. But Hiccup is still under the pressure because he feels like he's actually driving Astrid away. And he feels like, you know, that she doesn't like him back. So, eventually Hiccup starts becoming worn and distant. And this does actually drive Astrid away because eventually she just straight up tells him, "I wouldn't have been a fake girlfriend, I would have been a real girlfriend for you." And she basically just runs to the airport and fucks off. So then eventually, when Hiccup's parents get married, it took them a while, Hiccup makes this long story about love and everything, and how his girlfriend was a fake and he actually loved her. Astrid comes out of the audience and they're like, "Yay, everything happened," and then they fuck or something.
Or something.
Or something.
Yep.
It was a really cute fic, and to be honest, I enjoyed it. I'm getting molested by the AI again. Ow, go away. I actually linked it in a serious talk if anybody wants to give it a look. Don't judge me, it was cute and I enjoyed it.
Well, see you guys tomorrow.
Take care, Jeff. Hope school goes well. Oh yeah, people definitely put their problems into fanfictions. I read one in which Hiccup was a mechanic and Astrid was the most popular girl at school, and you can imagine how that one went, and they were like engaged by chapter fucking 6. And then the sex scenes came on, and dear God, they were not very good. Coupled with the writing as well, which I felt like was actually worse than mine. Like, I didn't know someone could actually write stories worse than I did, but God, I was wrong. Unfortunately, I haven't found many Heather X Astrid fics out there, which I'm actually kind of annoyed about. Hey, I like my same-sex parents. There's like one that isn't, like, short. Hey guys, do you remember when I was playing Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain for like 7 hours?
Yeah.
And then at the end it showed chapter 2 of Metal Gear The Phantom Pain, and it showed Quiet being driven off, and I fucking lost it at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh. It wasn't my proudest moment, but by God, if they hurt Quiet!
I thought you were about to say someone wrote a fanfic about it.
But yeah, a lot of fanfics have their own personal touch of their issues.
Their issues, yeah.
I was,
They want to tell the story by putting themselves into the characters.
I was gonna write a fic, except it would be kind of like a mesh of me and Renner, and then I realized it's gonna be the angriest fucking person on the planet.
Or afterwards, once they read it.
Didn't you have some stories?
What?
I said, don't you have a story or two you were writing?
Let me have a look.
I just remembered you mentioning stuff you were writing when you were here at TrotCon.
Let's have a look.
Yep.
Fuck it. Let's take a look. This is like a year old and a first draft. I look into the mirror and crack my knuckles. It's satisfying and relieving to know I can still do it. Next, I turn my head to the left and to the right, hearing a crack as well. It's very human to do such a thing, to be able to feel yourself and have the freedom to do so. I then put my arms around... Hang on, fuck it. I then put my arms around my head and stretch for a few minutes. I run warm water across my face, feeling every bump and scratch hidden by surgery and machinery. It's not noticeable to anyone else but me. Strangely irritating and a relief at the same time. Eventually I finish washing myself and then put light clothes on. A black tank top and shorts is comfortable, especially in the hot and chaotic environment of a ship, even with cybernetics to stop sweating. I then wipe away some of the condensation in the mirror and see my reflection. Red hair growth that took 5 years to come down my neck, with green eyes and a pale complexion. I don't think I've aged at all in those 5 years since the war ended. I pick up my rifle behind me and walk out of the bathroom. Behind me, more Marines file in to start their own morning. Walking past staircases, past dozens of sailors, armed guards and pilots. Jogging through hangars filled with tanks and jet fighters. And eventually a short run to the surface as I open a red marked hatch and come out to a side deck below the top. Misty sea breeze greets me and showers my body as I look out to a dense fog approaching. Another ship sails next to mine, much smaller. I move out of the way as the hatch behind me self-closes and then opens again as a squad of army regulars files in. My phone vibrates in a pocket. A text message from the colonel. Get up to flight deck. Helicopter 24 and 25 are yours. Once you take command, ring me and I'll give you mission orders. Your squad should be there too. See out. I head up to the flight deck through a gangway that runs along this exposed side of the ship. It still takes my breath away. Hundreds, if not thousands, of personnel moving aircraft and support vehicles cover the huge flight deck like rats. To the left I can see hidden weapon emplacements and jets taking off to the mists. To the right are helicopters and 4-engine giants landing on the stern. I bring up my phone again and switch to an app of the current positions of everything. Scrolling through various landing sections of each aircraft type, I see that my numbered transports are just ahead. I told you the president would be... I told you the president will still be on the same one that gets elected every time, Max. Why do people even bother voting when we are the guys in charge? A Frenchman leaning on the side of the twin-rotor beast engaged in a lively conversation with another man. You get way too politically charged, Yak. The entire government system went to hell when the bombs dropped, and this is just a phony election to keep the civilians and us in line. A more rational voice, German, speaks as he tends to the buttstock of a massive machine gun. A flight crew swarms inside the 2 helicopters, checking systems and stocking equipment securely inside the bulky helos as the pilots set flights from inside the glass cockpits, retrofitted from an enclosed cabin because of the much hotter weather. A pair of heavy Gatling guns mounted to either side too, like a bulky hybrid of a popular Russian gunship 100 years ago, and a transport the Americans used to use. God, I can't believe I read that aloud. Moving on. Am I special?
Yeah, everybody wants to write things at one point or another.
You know, I might start like compiling a bunch of highlights. I feel like the VBR ramming and that would go for a good way. What do I want to play? No, fuck it. Let's go up tier a bit. I'll take the Rosamac. And we'll take Missile Man. At least it's not porn. I tried writing porn. It's actually harder than it looks.
But she'll be here all week, folks.
Well, what are you talking about? It's the easiest thing. You literally write out any scenario and then tag it with, and then they fuck.
It's like writing bondage fanfic is a naughty issue. That's it.
I wonder what the...
Don't get roped into that one, folks.
Oh god, really? Try not to tie your emotions up.
Fortunately, we have not signed her to a binding contract.
And hey, remember a fanfic porno did become a bestseller at one point.
Yes, the scary part was it was Donald Trump and the bellboy.
A bad fucking fanfic and then spawned an
It
even
became
worse
an
one.
entire series of movies. Oh god!
People actually watched it. I feel like this was just horny, loveless middle-aged women just desperate to get off.
They brought cucumbers.
They brought cucumbers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they brought cucumbers with them.
Except for that one odd woman that brought the zucchini.
And then the other one didn't get the message and then bought some anchovies. She definitely had a spicy taste afterwards. Why do you always say good luck, have fun? What is wrong with you people?
It's a habit of...
Stop being social! It's not allowed.
Why not?
Because I don't like it.
We only tell each other no fun for you when it's a full 5-person platoon.
Mine is usually on the lines of who are these people and where's my horse? I think the peeler one could... Oh god, it sees me!
Listening to Spitfire.
I don't like Peltons very much. Why? What have I done? Wait, are you kidding me? The fucking Poland ball can shoot at me. This isn't good. At least the missiles hurt, like, Jesus.
Damn it.
Please don't let it fire at me. Please no shooty shoot. Thank you. This did not go as planned.
No.
You got his attention.
Yeah, now shoot the motherfucker or something. Oh shit, there's another one. There's a Bradley. There was a Bradley.
What?
Previously on Armored Warfare, there was a Bradley.
What the?
Ah! The wheeled physics started to not go anywhere.
Little block of crap in the road. That's
I'm too young and cute to die. Borg, I thought you were like 400 years old. The Bradley can see me. This is not something I want to do. Thank you. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. I wish like I was able to do a stream highlights again, you know, where you could just download the entire video off YouTube and just carefully look into things. Hey, if anyone's got the time, now's the chance. What's this Poland ball? Oh, no. Oh my god, that actually hit! Wow. By the way, there's something shooting at me. If you didn't know that, considering there's something always shooting at us. That feel when you're 22 but your back says you're 60.
Yeah.
Guys, what tank is that? I only just think I saw it. I haven't seen that before on Armored Warfare.
What?
New tank spotted. It's called an M2A3 Bradley. Never seen that before. Supposed to be rare or something, didn't you know?
No, it's just one of the models.
Not really.
There's a
Lens.
Okay.
I don't think you're getting it.
Sarcasm.
Sarcasm, because like there's so many Bradleys. I'm just like, oh, I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, be nice to see the Bradley. That's a not a troop transport model per se, but the scout model.
It's like a troop transport model, except it carries more missiles.
More missiles, less people. It's a two-man squad.
4-man crew. 5-man crew, I think.
Well, the two guys get out and...
Did you have Bradleys or M113s, Janet?
M113s.
Did you ever get Bradleys, or did that just too late?
No, we were not going to be on the schedule for those. They wouldn't have worked for us.
Not even in Desert Storm, or just still M113s?
We were scheduled to go to deploy to Iceland.
I thought you were supposed to go to Desert Storm at some point.
That's in the 90s.
We would have if the Georgia National Guard hadn't screwed the pooch. We were convinced we were going. We were designated as M+3 troops.
M+?
Yeah, mobilization day +3. We were
Oh, M+. I thought you said N. I was like, what?
No. Sorry.
Were you a little bit old?
Pardon me?
To be deployed as a tanker?
Yeah, at this point.
No, I don't mean now, I mean like during the 90s.
Oh no. I had a guy on my last crew that was 60.
Oh. How did he make it that far?
About to get Bradley. I got Bradley.
They screwed up when they re-enlisted him in the 70s. Because I had to get we had to file a waiver with Department of Army to allow him to stay in for 2 months and 2 days after his 60th birthday, so he could get his 20 years in.
Ah.
Wait, what?
If you don't have 20 years in the military, you don't get a retirement. He would have had 19 years, 9 months, and 28 days. So I had to get a waiver from Department of Army to let him stay in those extra 2 months and 2 days to complete the 20 years.
That's kind of crap.
If they had done the paperwork right when he went back to re-enlist in 1975, they would have said no, too old. But he had started out on Sherman tanks.
What? Are you telling me that they didn't know he was like 60 and instead like screwed him up as being like a new greenhorn at some point?
Well, no, they just did the math wrong when he went into the recruiter. He first went in 1949.
So he got to fight in the Korean War.
No, he was in the Air Force. He was trained as a gunner on B-29s. Then he got into the National Guard. Well, he got into the National Guard.
Spotting damage.
As a crew member on Sherman M4s. Then he joined the Air Force and was trained as a gunner.
So how long had he actually served?
He had spent about 4 years, 4.5 years on active duty in the Air Force and about a year in the National Guard. And then he came back in 75 and had to, he stayed until 1991. Because he had 2 National Defense Service medals like most of us, except his, instead of being Vietnam era and Desert Storm, were Korea and Desert Storm. Which screwed everybody's minds. Had a new kid come in, and we go, okay, here we are. Now, Frank has been in the Army longer than I've been alive. I've been in the Army longer than you've been alive. And at this point, the kid is a little nervous. We're the luckiest crew in the world. Frank had a heart attack. He had a heart valve replaced, and he's still alive. I had cancer. I had a kidney yanked out. I'm still alive. Now, the question you got to ask.
What haven't you had
Are
yet?
we still lucky? Or did we use it all up?
Are we still lucky, punk?
Pretty much.
Just like the question with the 44 Magnum.
That's it.
Hey Phil, your mum is so dumb she can't even read pictures. My mum's blind. And it's your mama, not your mama. You can see the words I'm speaking. I eat a lot of carrots.
Yeah, that exactly, Bork. That is why we had to get Department of Army to sign a waiver allowing him to
Janet,
stay days.
you're the only 8.
Hey, a man went to his doctor and said he needed lots of Viagra. My girlfriend is coming over on Friday. My ex-wife is on Saturday, and an ex-girlfriend on Sunday. That's an awful lot of Viagra, said the doc. I'll have to check you on Monday. Monday morning, the man came in with his arm with a sling. What happened, said the doc. No one showed up, the man said.
Are you just reading my timeline now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. No, I had a guy in my unit back when I was in Germany in the 80s, and he was a married man, and he was in line to get a flat so he could bring his wife over. You know, they're gonna live in Germany together. Well, one thing leads to another. You get a little lonely over the months and shit, and he wound up getting himself a German girlfriend. She spoke good English, and he cut a copy of the key to the flat for her so she could come visit with him while he got it.
Yay.
Waiting for the wife to do her paperwork process to get done over here.
Oh, okay, so he was slow.
So, eventually the wife got to Germany. Weekend rolls up. He's like, I'm happy I'm going to see my wife, blah, blah. Comes in Monday. Looking like a fucking raccoon. Yep. Basically, yeah, apparently the wife met the girlfriend, and the girlfriend met the wife, and they started talking.
It's this mission again. Lens, I highly recommend that you don't go out. You stay in that closet, young man. This is going to be a very long mission. We're going to have to hide in a hole for as long as we can. The PLZ is fucked. Both of you are fucked. The Anders is fucked. You're all fucked, basically.
Yep.
In that British tradition, run away!
Isn't that the American tradition? You start something, then you run away from it.
No, British tradition.
Really? Because isn't that how Vietnam went, and the Iraq War, and Afghanistan? Oh wait, Afghanistan's not over yet. You guys have a history of just running away from things, and then claiming victory.
Nah, I'm talking about the British tradition from Monty Python.
I did tell you not to go anyway, you know.
For 3 more seconds.
I've got his attention.
That worked out well for me.
He's dead. The Russian got him.
Blue at 4.
PLO-1 put a couple of rounds in me though. Ouch.
Down. Down. Beautiful. Oh, that bounced, really? God damn it.
Got him.
This is not going well. At all. Boop. This is going to take a while, isn't it?
Yes, it's not going to be a fast run.
And that, kids, is why you don't take light armored vehicles. Or specifically 1 TD, 1 MBT and 1 light tank into this game. I'm doing 900. Oh wait, I'm using Cortez. No wonder why I'm doing
943 with my gun. I love it.
777. Today it's going well.
I must have that K21 in the
The old exoration. To our wives and sweethearts, may they never meet.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty much. Cool. That's. Yeah, no argument with that one. No argument at all.
The only place you can safely have your wife and mistress meet up is if you're French. Yeah, in a wake or you're French.
What's with all the Merkavas lately?
Yeah, they've been loving the Merkavas lately.
Have to load to AP rounds now. Oh. We played China Tank. Come over, come on. God damn it. There's a Merc
missile coming in on the Merc. Oh, you did already.
That's not really much of a useful heads up though, is it?
No.
What are you, the fucking narrator? And then Lenzabi fired his gun at the Merkava, triggering Alicia's point. As a missile came on, hitting it for an absolutely insignificant amount of damage.
9982 coming up from behind the border.
Yay.
Joy.
Any more good news running around, Janet?
Not really.
Okay, good. There's also a Merc Lieutenant as well.
Well,
Tracked! Hey, wait, is that Merc Lieutenant at D5? Okay, good.
oh yeah, it's,
Good.
that's a Merc Lieutenant
Good.
back there.
Good. He's over there. We'll have to deal with his shit later. Oh, and he's the tier 10, so yay, APS.
He's up, yeah. Well, last I checked, the 4M was a tier 10.
I just saw the 4. I didn't read it properly. Janet, there's something up here. I don't particularly think you wanna.
Yeah, a lot of things up there.
Might wanna back off for now.
I do. Say no more, say no more.
Say no more, say no more. This is my team list, 2x Mortar 2s. DB, you're welcome to join us if you want. Just saying. You might want to go out. You might want to go help out Lens. I'm fine here. He's in there. Technically speaking, then Lens RB has less armor than you do because you can go hold down and he can't. Yeah, go help out Lens with the 4M. I've got this XM183.
I was dead. PLZ 5 player actually shotguns.
You can actually go behind the XM183 if you want. I'm jamming his turret.
Yeah.
Sort of. Actually, don't. Just stay.
Yeah.
What do you mean no penetration bullshit?
Nice job, Black Company.
Thank you. And he's dead. Let me ask you a fine question. What do you think I specifically think about the VBL Ingraze burst damage being increased by 30%? Capian, I think you have an erection.
Like you earned yourself a bonus, and we have some data to sift through.
Just saying. You do like the VBL Ingraze. Oh, halt. He bounce, he flounce, but most importantly, he not announce. Dead. Go for the Anders. Actually no, kill the Sprut. Kill the Sprutarino. He needs to be fried into a million little pieces. Boop. Why don't we start putting him into ranks like rookie, trained, and veteran for the bots?
Well, that would tell us who's what and where, and we'll prioritize.
Track him. Hi, Type. How are you? I don't. Oh, I was about to say. I don't think he can pen me. Oh.
It's actually a pretty good gun it's packing.
I feel like it'd been better if they just reduced the effect soft kill APS has on missiles. Like for instance, soft kill APS would be a triggered ability that would last like 6 seconds or so and would deflect missiles like it does now.
Would be unusable.
Not really, because you'd have to be aware.
Last game, but.
Oh.
I mean, they are going through the options, so eventually a soft kill APS nerf might just be the one that happens. Are you people ready to fucking carry me?
No, I need a bio break.
Lance, I told you, get the shit bucket.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, talking about people that were doing crap they shouldn't have been doing. We had this one E7 when I was a young E5 who was annoying the people that he supervised. I had a run-in with him when he started giving the one of the people that worked for me a hard time about wearing his technician coveralls and safety shoes instead of combat boots, which we were not supposed to wear because that's why we had safety shoes. So he starts ranking on this guy and tier 10.
Hey, what's one hit point damage in real life?
The one that kills you?
When you eat a chip and the pointy part stabs the roof of your mouth.
Okay.
You are watching my timeline.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I was the one who originally posted that.
Yep. So I ragged on this guy for needing a haircut and a mustache trim, and he, in front of all of the people that he supervised, and he needed a haircut and a mustache trim. So he was after me, but I went on leave for 30 days. And then when I came back, it turned out that some of the people that he supervised had found out that he had a German girlfriend and an apartment. So they sent a letter back to his wife asking when she was coming over because he had already gotten an apartment and they wanted to meet her.
Oh, hey, I can have a gold Alte now. Yay.
And it didn't go well for him. So.
I can imagine that didn't go well.
Well, in the Army Security Agency, when it was officially pointed out that you were screwing around, that was a security risk. And when your clearance goes away, so does your job. And you get reassigned for the needs of the Army. Or discharged if they don't have any job that they can put you in. And they didn't have a job that they could put him in. We operated under a slightly stricter set of rules. Normally in the Army, if you're gone 24 hours, you were considered AWOL. And if you're gone 30 days, you were considered a deserter. If we were gone an hour, we were considered AWOL. If we were gone for 24 hours, we were considered a deserter.
What happens if you just got lost?
We had a guy that happened to. He went to the Oktoberfest and got hammered along with all of his friends. A bunch of them got on the train and they came back to Augsburg and he fell asleep on the train on the ride.
Oh, I remember that. And he fell asleep the entire way and then realized, what the hell is happening to me?
About midnight when he's supposed to be on duty, his supervisor gets a call. Hi, I'm in Schweinfurt, which is like 120 miles away. What are you doing in Schweinfurt? Oh, I fell asleep on the train. What do I do now? I don't have any money. So they told him to report it to the nearest U.S. base, which there were lots of in Schweinfurt, and they arranged transport for him back. But they did have a couple of people that did similar stuff and were late and didn't call in, and they were charged. It got unpleasant.
The age-old trick of, hey, I know that I've got drugs and everything, but believe me, every time I flush them down the toilet, they magically reappear in my pocket. No, they don't. Yes, they do. No, they don't. Yes, you do. Promise me, I'll show you. Okay. Where's the drugs? What drugs? The drugs that reappear back in your pocket. What fucking drugs?
We had one guy in the middle of a random urinalysis mass screening go, pee in the bottle? I thought we were supposed to pee in the cap. The other stunt people like to pull was hand back a wet bottle.
Make a car guy mad in 4 words or less. Bumper stickers on a Lamborghini.
My other car is an electric.
Oh, what else? You know, if babies were born with teeth, it'd be pretty fucking terrifying. Be like really cute into Wouldn't be fun, trust me.
Really cut down on the incidence of breastfeeding.
Oh, it would. Unless they were into that. This thing only weighs 29 tons. I'm convinced that 20 tons comes out of the weight of all the missiles. To be honest, this vehicle looks more like a SAM platform than the actual tank destroyer. Do you reckon Lenz has fallen in yet, or his intestines have finally just flowed out of his anus and he's currently having a existential crisis?
As long as he's not extruding an anaconda.
I've got a funny thing.
Okay.
2 soldiers were on patrol in the Middle East, and one of them spots a camel tied to a post. Why is there a random camel out there in the middle of nowhere? The other guy tells them,
"Oh, this is
like,
a sergeant and a lieutenant joke."
What's that?
It's a sergeant and a lieutenant joke, where the lieutenant asks the sergeant, "Why is there a camel out here?"
Okay.
I'm back.
Did you want to ask
Don't
for
let me
it?
rain on your parade, though.
Right then, did you finish shitting your intestines into the toilet?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to actually crush your joke.
It wasn't very funny anyway.
No, it actually is pretty funny if you don't know, if you
Wait, invite me. I mean, this is for like one game, Capian, so you know.
No, Jigger Buddy's already in the fight. And no MVTs!
I want to be carried. Carry me, daddy.
I can't carry anybody anymore.
Have you tried just simply slinging them along or dragging them? Hashtag dragging your team to victory.
Okay, there's a name for you.
What the fuck?
Hey, look at the battalion. It's so appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you know, he missed the number. He could have just done so much better, to be honest.
If it gone up, it may. If he only had waited for 2 more people with bum scuff to join. point, and you think there's 66 other bum scuffs out in there somewhere in the player base.
Scary thought, isn't it?
That's a whole battalion of them.
The Cans Battalion. They're all full of bums.
Just in time, Black Company. The NDAA's forces are trying to wipe out the town. We have to set up a counterattack. We're trying to protect this.
Okay, Pin, I'm gonna that 25k damage we did, I'm gonna upload that on either Saturday or Friday. Because that was a good.
That's what that 18, whatever that thing.
And the Bradley just took out 2/3 of my hit points. This is going well. You know, out of all the things that have like APS, this doesn't.
Thunderbolt trying to sneak up on us.
I just found a different.
Oh god, for honest to god second, I thought this artillery piece was like an enemy vehicle. I was ready to. Oh, and this artillery piece just unloaded all of his shots into a street corner.
Oops.
Oops. Sorry, excuse me. What can this do that the Cornet can't? Take an extra hit or something?
Drive more stably?
No, I'd rather take the Cornet. At least that thing can, you know, move. This artillery player can't hit anything. He's using the fucking arty view like.
Wow, Spitfire's losing it.
He's using the arty view in a fucking street. Like, really, dude? Are you sure about this? I'm gonna back up now for the next 30 seconds and pray they don't touch me in any of the naughty zones, which is like this entire tank. Also, somebody asked me, hey Spitfire, why don't you do a review of this thing on the AW Discord? I was like, no. I'd rather sandwich my crotch with a fucking conveyor belt than review this. At least the damage is pretty fun. Now, is this going to be a good place to hide? I mean, I only have like a limited view of the map, but I think it will do. Just don't fall off. Just don't fall off. Thank you. Now we wait. Ooh. Where are my missiles even going? I don't know. Okay, it turns out my missiles can't actually hit anything in this position.
That's what's up there on the hill. 286, huh? Horse. 2AX.
Ah, bliat. Wow, he actually hit something. Incredible. At least this thing has like a ridiculous armament. Oh, that 2AX is still there.
No, that's a fresh one.
Oh, could you not give me the bad news?
They're like, they're mass producing the damn things. What can we do?
Scream. Okay, I'm gonna use my rebuild kit now and like wait 30 seconds to. Oh god, no, they're shooting me. Oh no, 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 go away, go away. Nobody likes you. I wonder what happens if I would play PvP with alcohol.
Zabi Merkava to your rear.
Can't do anything about it. I've like 14 seconds to go. Unfortunately, forced labor isn't working on the crew. Just saying. There you go. Reloaded. Oh no, the RT's dead. How terrible. Oh no, he's alive again. Oh no. My dreams have been shattered. Give me a sec. Come over here, XM1. I want to unload into your little... Where are my missiles even going?
You're hitting the dirt next to me.
You have got to be fucking kidding me. Oh Lord Jesus, please grant me strength. Yeah, BVE, it's so challenging, right? Anyway, I wonder what happens if I play like PvP while tipsy. Cause I've already done that while doing PvE and that was a fucking blast. One more.
Ah, fucking Leo in that corner there.
Wait,
Can't
Janet,
see
I
him, but you can see me.
haven't got my missiles loaded yet. You might wanna not go there because the Poland will shoot you. It dead. Okay, we're all good. We. Oh, fucking Christ, that's a lot of tanks, hang on. Oh, this is not healthy. This is not healthy at all.
No. Hit my kit.
My last leg.
What's with the Bradley Apocalypse? Oh, Capin apparently forgot to press the 8 key.
Oops.
Oopsies. Oh shit, they're shooting me. Please don't, no. Okay, well at least the launchers don't count as an ammo rack. Somehow. Don't know why or how, but I think that may be a good thing that the launchers don't count as a hitbox. Because otherwise it will be kind of even worse than it already is. Hang on, tactical nuclear strike incoming. Oh, it's dead now.
Yeah, he presented his belly plate. Gotta go for that soft white underbelly.
That's because I tracked him when he was cresting the hill.
See?
Doesn't stop the good meaning that we should destroy them when they give us an opportunity.
Destroy them all!
That was the whole point.
Yes.
Ah, golly.
Ooh, the XM183 for the high power hits.
Oh dear God, that was actually painful.
Yeah.
So, that's it for now, guys. I need to go to sleep at some point.
Yeah.
So for now, take care everyone. I love you all. We're doing PvP on Friday, and the next review will either be out tomorrow or Friday, as usual. And then Object 640 review will be definitely out on Sunday, which means Friday PvP is going to be
high tier.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's going to have issues, trust me. So anyway, for now, take care everyone. I heart you all.
Take care.
And see you all later.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.